I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be, what's good? It's your main man, Uncle Freezy in the building. The number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Salute, salute, salute. Salute, salute, salute. What's good, y'all? Yo, we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about, man. We got a lot of stuff that we want to talk about, right? But the main thing I want to talk about and get to first is this. Well, let me shout out everybody first. Let me do the shout outs first. Let me do the shout outs. Is this thing on? Let me make sure this thing is on. Let me make sure this thing is on. Let me make sure this thing is on. Right? Hold on. I got a guest. Hold on. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. JJ is in the building. Almighty Finesse, what's good? Adam is in the building. Kev Guapo is in the building. Gentrified, I see you. King Ribby. What's good? What's good, man? What's good, y'all? I'm excited for this game tomorrow. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm excited to see what it is that we do against Portland. I know some people from Portland, and I'm gonna talk trash to them too. JJ, let's go Mets. Keith Hernandez get his number retired. Bim. How about that? Take that. Lily Phillips is in the building. What's good? God dog it. How y'all tonight? How y'all tonight? Let me know how y'all feel out there. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you got some loot and a stick of juicy fruit, somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's good, y'all? Man, I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to this game tomorrow night against Portland. You know, we're going to live stream the whole thing. We're going to be there, give you play-by-play analysis while it's going on. We're going to talk to you about what we see live in a moment. So you can't say backseas, or you can't say, I ain't never say that. Nah, man. We're going to watch it live. I'm going to get the whole posse to come watch the game with me. You feel me? the whole posse to come watch the game with me. And then that way y'all can get our live reactions to what's going on. Right? What's good, y'all? All right, let me first start by, y'all saw the thumbnail, y'all see it. And y'all know what I want to get into. Hey, y'all see, hey, yo, see this poster back here? The Iceman coming? That's dope. I'm going to hang that up in a little bit. I got some Knicks posters coming. They'll be old school, though. Clyde Frazier, King of the City. You know what I mean? Hey, man, listen. I grew up in the 70s, right? I grew up in the 70s, man. So, I got to get some 70s memorabilia. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the diehard Knicks fans at Rock and Roller. Every time we crank it up, they in here. Every time we crank it up, they in here. We die hard with a vengeance. Rich boys in the building. Oh, boy. Sherwin M is on the Feron Hunt train. Sherwin M, I was telling people back in April. Man, that we get so enamored with guys that ain't going to be nothing. Like, we get so enamored with guys that are flashy that we forget about guys that are just work hard and play basketball. If you could do a 360 dunk, we're like, oh, my God, that's my favorite player. Instead of the guys that just play hard. What's good, y'all? Hey, man, that Feron Hunt train is about to leave the station. I've been telling people since April, every time we did something, every time we did we have 10 people on the roster 24 years or younger. I always included Feron Hunt, right? People like, that dude Feron Hunt ain't gonna be here. Why you keep bringing up Feron Hunt name, Uncle Freezy? Walter White, you know what? They used to say the same thing about a kid out of UCLA named Trevor Ariza. They used to say the same thing about a kid out of UCLA. They used to say, man, if that kid ever get a jump shot, if he ever get a somewhat of a functional handle, he gonna be a player. That kid they were talking about, his name was Trevor Ariza. Christian Cortez, what's good? Kev Taylor, what's good? Yeah, I know, but Kev, listen. I'm not saying that Feron Hunt is going to have his number retired. What I'm saying is Feron Hunt is a player. That's it. Let's do that. Yeah, let's crank up the train that we found a halfway decent player, but let's not say slide over Clyde's number in the ceiling so that we can put his number up. We ain't going that far. You feel me? We ain't going that far. That's too far. That's a bridge too far. The coolest says Feron Hunt is okay to dunk, but if Obi does it, that's all he can do. The Obi lovers are, hey man, the Obi lovers are touchy tonight already. The Obi lovers are touchy. Easy, man. Hey, just listen, man. Let's just be happy for the success of our young players, man. Hey, Sherwin M says, Feron Hunt just have to play hard. I don't care if he scored 1 or 20 points. Just bring the hard work is all I want. He has NBA. Whoa, wait a minute. Slow, easy, calm down. He has NBA all defensive potential? Okay. Hey, you know how you take your homeboy out, or y'all getting, you take your homeboy out for drinks or whatever, and your crew show up and they be like, yo, let's wild out for the night. Let's just get crazy. And then a song come on, and then it set the mood. It set the mood. Like you in a bar and y'all drinking like 7 or 8 of your friends, and you're like, yo, let's just go crazy. And then a song will come on like Annie up, and everybody like, yeah, let's just get crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or what's the 50 Cent song? The 50 Cent song. Go, shorty. In the club. Like in the club will come on. And everybody, or Slam by Onyx will come on. And you're like, oh! Or Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Come on. Let's go crazy. Let's get. And everybody is ready to go crazy. And then one friend says, yo, you know what would be the craziest ish ever? Let's go get neck tattoos. And then everybody like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was with the let's go crazy part. I don't want no neck tattoo. Yo, I don't want no neck tattoo. You know what I'm saying? And so I was with Sherwin M about I was with Sherwin M about Feron Hunt. I'm not ready to call him all defensive potential yet. That's just a little bit too far. I was with Sherwin M with all the stuff he said until all NBA defense. I was like, whoa. And I know he said potential. Right? And I respect my man's opinion. Hey, Sherwin M, even though we agree sometimes, we disagree sometimes, whatever. I enjoy the conversation. Honestly, I enjoy the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that. But I was with you until you said all NBA defensive potential. All right, so I'm just like, hey, man, how about let's let him make the roster first? Let's let Feron Hunt play 82 games first. Y'all know me. I'm like, yo. I'm all about drinking up all the Hennessy they got. I'm all about drinking up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Freezy, pronounced with the easy. Something. Oh, how I like the something. And in the rappers in the top 10, something. The Freezy dance. Here's your chance to do the something. Something. I forget the name of the song. I just got the melody in my head. Somebody remind me what song that is. The something. Here's your chance to do the something. I forget the name of the song. But it was a fun song to vibe to, and it just came to my mind, right? Right? Y'all know the song. The something dance. Here's your chance to do the something. Do the Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Where the old heads at? Humpty. What? Kendall Jenner. Humpty Dance. Humpty Dance. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Joe Gonzalez, what's good? Toonie Music says Digital Underground Humpty Dance. Y'all remember that? That was, man, good vibes, y'all. Almighty Finesse says, yeah, the Humpty. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And if you new here, pardon the chat for having a good time. That's just what we do here. If you're new here, that's what we do here. We just come in here to have a good time, talk about these Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You know, come in here, have a good time, talk about the Knicks. Do a lot of other stuff. Sometimes we argue, sometimes we fight, whatever. Mostly it's just to have a good time. So the Feron Hunt thing is real. I felt like that since day one. Feron Hunt is real. Trevor Keels is real. The jury is out for Miles McBride. John Montero, he got to show us something. John Montero ain't showed us nothing. Quentin Grimes showed us offensively he could be streaky. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, so let's get down to what they call the nitty-gritty, right? Let's get down to what they call the nitty-gritty. Let's get down to what they call the nitty-gritty, y'all. Is Quentin Grimes a ham sandwich or not? Is Quentin Grimes a ham sandwich or not? Of course, y'all know I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Right? Where's the chat at? Where's the chat? All right. Is Quentin Grimes a long-term NBA starter at shooting guard for the Knicks? The question is simple. Is Quentin Grimes a long-term NBA starter as shooting guard for the Knicks? And the answers are yes and no. There you go. There you go. The poll is up. The poll is up. Cast your votes. Ron is in the building. Bam, bam. What's good, Ron? Shout out to BK. BK's finest is in the building. I don't want to sway you as a voter. I don't want to sway you as a voter. Thugger is in the building. What's good? Thugger, hey, whenever me and Thugger get together, Thugger gonna buy the bottles and I buy everything else. Thugger, you buy the drinks, I buy all the other stuff. I'll pay for all the other stuff. And for the record, y'all know I only smoke cigars. My thing is so I'm drinking vodka or champagne or smoke cigars. That's it. That's it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Calm is like, I'm ready to fight. Calm ready to fight tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's fight night. It's fight night. and William says, why ham sandwich? William says or asks, why ham sandwich? Illmadix is in the building. What's good? William says or asks, why ham sandwich? This is the opportunity I've been waiting for to get in my bag about Quentin Grimes. Hey, William, thank you for teeing that up for me. Right? William, thank you for teeing that up for me. Heedy, what's good? Okay. So why? Okay, let me ask. Why do we use the term ham sandwich? Is that what the question is? Or is the term, why is Quentin Grimes a ham sandwich? Blackout Customs, what was good? Blackout Custom says, long time watcher, first time commenting. Salute. Thank you for commenting. We glad you here, for one. Right? So we glad you here. Glad you've always been here. And glad you chose to comment. Right? Right? We appreciate you hanging out with us. Right? And those of you, and everybody here that's new, listen, comment, put something in the chat so we know that you're alive. So that we can welcome you to the family. Like how we welcoming Blackout Customs right now. Blackout Customs, welcome to the family. And I know you've been here for a while, just like you say. But others, man, make sure y'all comment so that we know y'all here. So we can say welcome to y'all and try to help y'all have a good time. The ball don't lie. What's good? So why the term ham sandwich? And why do we refer to Quentin Grimes as a ham sandwich? Right? So first of all, our fan base and its passion sometimes tends to overreact. Right? The Knicks fan base will tend to overreact. Right? I'll give you an example. Somebody DM'd me in April and wanted to get into a verbal altercation about Emmanuel's Quickly career arc being comparable to Russell Westbrook's. And I laughed. I sent a laughing emoji back. Are you crazy? Are you seriously about to compare Emmanuel Quickly's career at the end of year 2 to Russell Westbrook's MVP caliber, Hall of Fame caliber career? The response was, Uncle Freezy, you're always disrespectful with your guests, right? So here's what I responded. First of all, there are no guests in a direct message. You directly messaged me. There are no guests. If you directly messaged me, there are no guests. At least that makes sense in my mind. Right? I'm sitting in my car waiting on my beautiful wife, the lovely Miss Mocha, to come out of a random grocery store. And I check my direct messages, and you directly messaged me. So there are no guests. And sure, I was a little bit impatient because I wanted the lovely Miss Mocha to hurry the hell up. You know what I'm saying? And guys, y'all know this feeling. Y'all know the feeling. You in the car, you sitting, and your lady is somewhere, and you're like, I wish she would just hurry the hell up. Y'all been there before. Y'all have been in those situations, right? So the direct message to me is, and I won't say this person's name because I'm certain I'm on that person's hit list, right? I am on that person's hit list. And the thing is, I was probably on the hit list before this direct message, but certainly after my responses is definitely on the hit list. So this person says, hey, why don't you give Emmanuel Quickly his credit for being a great all-around guard? He is the point guard of the future. Why do we need to go out and get a guy when Emmanuel Quickly can get us triple doubles on a nightly basis? My response is, Emmanuel Quickly can't get you triple doubles on a nightly basis. Emmanuel Quickly can't consistently get you 10 assists per game and 10 rebounds and double-digit points every night. And if he had showed the potential to be that, would not we have seen this sooner? Sure, I'm not getting into the Quickly thing. This is about ham sandwich, right? Right, and I'm not calling Quickly a ham sandwich, right? This is about the invention of the phrase ham sandwich. So after a little back and forth, a little jostling, a little waste of my time, I'm like, listen, man, Emmanuel Quickly is not the entree, and he's not dessert. Now, mind you, he's not napkins, he's not before mints, and he's not an appetizer. He's somewhere in the middle. Forbes Field is in the building. What's good? Right? Emmanuel Quickly is somewhere in the middle. Borderline starter, maybe start for a spell, impactful role player, but he's not the entree. He's not Reggie Jackson. He's not Babe Ruth. He's not Patrick Ewing. He's not Mark Messier. You feel me? He's not Name someone. Name a famous New York entree that plays sports, right? Name a famous New York icon. He's not a Joe DiMaggio. He's not a Lou Gehrig. He's not a Keith Hernandez. Now, mind you, he's also not a Mariano Rivera. He's not a John Franco. But he's also not a Tim Tuffle. He's also not a Chuck Knobloch. He's somewhere in the middle. And earlier, prior to that, I had a conversation from one of the smartest dudes in Knicks universe who tried to explain to me that Quentin Grimes is Klay Thompson Jr. Right? A guy named Ron from this popping YouTube channel called Still Knicks Fans. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Subscribe to their channel. Smash the like button. Y'all go ahead and do that. That's homework. That's a homework assignment. So this guy named Ron from Still Knicks Fans, he's got his own channel. They do super dope content, man. Really nice guy. Very smart. Very smart. Very calculated. He's one of those guys that forethought. He has a lot of forethought, right? I think in the moment, he has a lot of forethought. Like he thinks things ahead, like way ahead and stuff. Whatever term that is, like when you think ahead of stuff. He's that type of thinker. At least around me, he is. He told me to my face that Quentin Grimes is Klay Thompson Jr. On the Knicks Morning Drive, our morning show, the Knicks Morning Drive, he told me to my face, not in a text message, not in a text message, not in a text message, right? Not in a text message. He told me to my face that Quentin Grimes, the first round pick for the New York Knicks, is Klay Thompson Jr. And on the spot, because I'm not a guy with forethought. I'm like the dude in the moment, man. I'm a processor, right? I don't think down the road. People that think down the road are smart, are probably smarter than me, right? Because I just think in the moment, man. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. I'm that guy, right? He said, with the straightest of all straight faces, and I mean the straightest of all the straight faces, Quentin Grimes is Klay Thompson Jr. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I was perplexed. The in the moment thinker was perplexed. And the first thing that came to my mind is, no, he's not. Quentin Grimes is a ham sandwich. He's not dinner. He's not lunch. He's not breakfast. He is somewhere in between the get over meal, not a snack, right? Not brunch. He's somewhere in between. somewhere in between. I didn't know what to call him. I didn't want to call him a bagel. Right? So I called him a ham sandwich. And listen, and not uptown Mario's Delicatessen ham sandwich. I'm talking about corner store bodega ham sandwich out the back on the 2-day-old bread ham sandwich. That's Grimes. That's what I felt like in the moment. Right? That's what I felt like in the moment, that he was that guy. Right? That's where the term comes from. And that's why when we have the Quentin Grimes conversations here, the term ham sandwich floats around. And not to be disrespectful to my guy's take, or not to be overly disrespectful to Grimes, but everybody can't be the entree. Everybody can't be the entree, man. Usually a course has its opening, some kind of middle thingy, a pre-entree, an entree, a finisher, a dessert, and some type of cigar or wine or something. I said that then. This is what I'd like to say right now. I no longer think Quentin Grimes is a ham sandwich. This is what I want to say right now in front of all of y'all. I no longer think Quentin Grimes is a ham sandwich. I know what y'all want to say. Uncle Freezy, what are you doing? You've been calling him a ham sandwich for a year. He had one good summer league game, and now you want to call him the entree. No, I'm not calling him the entree. I'm not calling him an entree. Right? But I don't want to call him ham sandwich anymore. Unless I'm forced to. I took the Lawrence pill. I take the Lawrence pill. There's a blue pill, an orange pill, and then a Lawrence pill. I take the Lawrence pill. Oh man. Chuck Allen called him a donut. Hey, Sherwin M says Grimes and his all NBA defensive potential got you. Yes. Again, Sherwin M read the room. Right? Sherwin M read my mind. Here's the thing. Earlier today, we did a player comp. We compared Quentin Grimes, the aforementioned ham sandwich, compared his defensive rating to that of the NBA's reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year. And Quentin Grimes had a better defensive rating than Marcus Smart. Now, I don't know how that impacts you guys, but what that says to me is that Tom Thibodeau is a hell of a coach. Tom Thibodeau is a hell of a coach, for one. Two, to find out that a player on your team defensively was better than the reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and they guard the same positions, is impressive. Your guy, Quentin Grimes, in his rookie season, had a better defensive rating than the reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year. It's something to be said. That it's something to be said about that. And again, for those that want proof, I'll search those numbers and show you, and the source. Right? What's his name? Marcus Smart. Defensive net rating. And one tab. Okay. And Quentin Grimes. Defensive net rating. NBA.com. I'm going to put this on the screen so you can see it. Because the most important thing here is proof. A lot of people tell me a lot of stuff, but they don't have proof. They don't have things to back these things up. Boom, 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 boom. So what you see here is Quentin Grimes' defensive rating. It's in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth column. It's in the fifth column. It's 105. There it is right there. You see it on the screen. And you see the source for this information. The source is NBA.com. The source is NBA.com. Right? All right. So let's do another. All right. And so there's Marcus Morris. You see Marcus Morris right there, 105.2. But we'll find it on NBA.com so that you can see it. All right, slow down, NBA.com. NBA.com, you're getting ridiculous. All right, NBA.com with all this stuff. I don't want to see all that stuff. All I want to see is defensive rating. Let me go back here. Let me take a step back. Let me take a step back. That's not what I want to see. Okay, let me go back again. Anyway, there it is, 105.2. I mean, I can find it on NBA.com, But here it is right here, 105.2. So in this scenario, 105 is greater than 105.2 in this scenario. And sure, it's only 0.2%, but for the mere fact that it's comparable is impressive. All right. All right. Let me do this. Let me put this link in the chat so I can defend Quentin Grimes against all the haters. All right. So I'm putting a link in the chat so I can defend Quentin Grimes against all the haters. Y'all come on with all y'all smoke. Bring all your smoke. All the Quentin Grimes haters, come out and play. All the haters, come out and play. Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, boss?
Uncle Freezy.
How you doing, man?
I'm not easy. We good, Freeze.
Good.
I wanna commend you for finally seeing the light.
You gonna help me defend against these haters? Hey, Spree, what's good, man?
There's no need to defend because Knicks fans, Knicks fans who watched him, whatever you want to call him, 3-and-D, he can't do this, he can't do that. All I know is that I saw a very, very live rookie body that the Knicks drafted, and that is a rarity in these parts.
Okay.
When I said last year that the young man had something, I remember me and you talked about this, and I told you at length. At the combines, I didn't know anything about the kid, and I was watching him against the best at his position and the point and the small forward, and he dominated them. This is facts. At the combine, he dominated them.
Right.
He got that old man game.
Yeah.
He got that old man game with a little something.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't see no need to defend him.
Okay.
If anything, I want to know, did they rush him back? Because with his injury, I wouldn't have had him play Summer League that he had.
Right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right for him to play at SUNY Purchase.
Right. Just a little something.
Just a little something.
Just a little something. Right. Okay.
So these young guys that he's playing against, they trying to make a team.
Right.
See what I'm saying? If he's not 100% sound, these young guys who's trying to make a team, they don't care knocking him over.
No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not, because these guys are trying to get generational wealth. These dudes come from all different kind of places, and they get an NBA contract. 2 generations are set for life.
Yeah. And there's only but 450 spots.
That's it.
But
and 60 G League spots. That's it.
And 60 G League spots.
That's it.
60 G League spots. Absolutely.
And that's
it. You've been a man that can roll off Knicks draft picks off the top of your dome. As easy as you could tell me and tell the fans that, you know, Leon Spinks was once the heavyweight champion of the world. Rest in peace.
Yes. Leon Spinks got his behind beat in a rematch one time, and it was like watching a second grader getting a spanking. I'm telling you, I saw Leon Spinks in a rematch against a GOAT get beat up so bad it was like watching a second grader get a spanking.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Leon.
Salute.
Ron Spree, how y'all doing, man?
Man. What's going on, Freezy? What's going on, A? What's going on, Spree?
It's good to see you.
Hey, likewise. Freezy, what's going on? I hear you talking about Grimes, boy. You know, I don't know if you being authentic or you trolling.
Am I being facetious?
I don't know
Am I
yet.
being facetious?
I gather as the night go on, we'll find out.
Because my phone is lighting up with people like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Are you up to something? Man, I ain't up to nothing. I put data on the screen, bro.
Freezy, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. That summer league game, it was apparent from the beginning. I don't know this coach like that, but he wasn't playing. He had them guys running plays, and normally when you look at these summer league games, they don't be that competitive.
No.
They don't be that competitive. Them guys was playing like that was a playoff game.
Yeah.
They were playing hard on both sides, man. And I'm gonna tell you, Quentin Grimes, two things jump up with me about him, and I always felt like this from the minute he got in the league. Is confidence and competence.
Okay.
The two C's.
Okay.
I never questioned whether or not that guy could play the game of basketball at this level. And that for me is enough. He's definitely competent on the offensive end and defensively. And that's why I predict he will take that job from Fournier. And I think that's why they're talking about trading Fournier so much. Is because of what they expect from Grimes. Now, I heard something you said earlier in the early show because I didn't get a chance to get on. But when you was talking about, it was Jay Boogie talking about guys working on their game.
Right.
You know, and I'm pretty sure we know they had them exit interviews. And I guarantee you, Tom sit each one of these players down and told them their deficiencies and their strong suit and what they need to work on to be better NBA players. What I saw last night when I watched Quentin Grimes, it was apparent early on that he was doing something that he wasn't accustomed to doing last season. And that is trying to take people off the dribble. You didn't see a lot of that last year.
No.
But as the game went on, you saw him get more comfortable at doing it. So it's gonna take time. And the thing is, his confidence level is gonna have to get better at trying to take people off the dribble. Because I didn't see the full confidence early on. He looked kind of shook.
Right.
You know what I mean? Early on, because his jump shot, and I felt like he took too many threes. We know you can shoot threes. Everybody knew you can shoot threes.
I just thought he looked excited.
Do something that you weren't doing last year. And that's called progression.
Man,
you know
man, he looked excited.
I'm not worried about Quentin Grimes. I think this is just only the beginning with him.
Yes.
He's one of the people on this roster that I don't worry about.
Really?
I don't worry about him. Because I ain't looking for I'm not, and when I say that, I'm not expecting him to be no superstar. I'm not expecting him to even be a star. But I'm expecting him to be a complimentary piece.
But he's not a bust either.
No, he's not a bust. He's not.
So he's somewhere in the middle.
He's not a bust. He got an opportunity to be. He's no way even close to being a bust. He's gonna be
he's not in the. He's not in the middle.
Where did we draft him at?
25.
25. The level of production we getting out of this kid at the 25th pick.
It's a good pick.
I ain't got a problem with him. He's the least of my worries on this team. I think you got more of a chance of, and I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people are gonna be shocked because they've heard me talk about this guy a lot. I think you got more of a chance of Deuce being a bust than Grimes.
Now we're on to something.
And the book ain't even written on neither one of these guys because they're still on their rookie deals.
Right.
You know what bothers me about Deuce? You know, and I had a conversation with Sim last night. Shout out to Sim. He doesn't blow by anybody.
No.
I feel like he's always stuck in mud. It's tough for him. Like when I watch RJ Barrett play basketball, the one thing you can criticize RJ all you want, but the one thing RJ Barrett can do very well is he can angle anybody and get to the rim when he wants against anybody with his left hand. Like when I watch Deuce McBride play basketball, I don't think he's quicker than me. I can get by my guy to get into the paint. He was settling for threes too much, man. Right. Come on.
Yeah, I think so too. And I got to say something because I see my man in the chat. Shout out to my man, Almighty Finesse. I believe that's who it is. And I think he asked me something about Banchero. Says, Ron, how is Banchero a bust? I never said he was. I don't know who he's speaking to. It must be another Ron in the chat. Because I never call Banchero a bust.
It might be, man.
I don't know who he's speaking to. He got to clarify that one. So yeah, I ain't never called Banchero a bust.
Right.
Keep going.
But here's the thing. First of all, I'm offering you an invite to the Feron Hunt bandwagon.
Let's go.
Right. I created the Feron Hunt bandwagon in April, and I was on that bandwagon by myself for like 4 months.
I joined it last night.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So now we have company.
Yes.
Right. But because for 3 months when we always talked about the Knicks young core under 24, I always included Feron Hunt. I got spreadsheets to prove it that I put up on the screen. I have proof. You know me, I have to keep proof because, and Ron can attest to this. When you host a joint, people will put words in your mouth. You got to keep proof.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and they'll take bits and pieces. They do like how ESPN do too. And I used to call into that. I used to call in on my time, on my breaks and stuff, and try to get on them talk shows. Man, they'll clip your stuff and take one thing you say and try to make a whole narrative out of one word, and then take the whole context of what you were saying. And that's when I stopped calling into them clowns and left them alone. I don't like people twisting my words, man, because one thing you'll never get twisted with me. I say what I feel, and I feel what I say.
Right.
My emotions, everything is on me. You can see it. You ain't gonna ever have to guess what Ron Cleveland mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? That ain't never been my thing. As a man, you say what you say, man, and you stand on it.
Are you accepting my invite to the Feron Hunt bandwagon?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I won't say bandwagon for me because I've never had a chance to really pay attention to him. But I will give you my honest assessment of what I saw last night.
Okay.
When I was watching that game, because, last night I had to take my daughter. My daughter had a little skating invite. You know what I mean? And so I couldn't watch the game at real time. So I said, I'm turning my phone off. I'm going to come back home and watch it commercial free. So I'm watching the game, and I'm looking at that kid. And the first thing popped in my mind, I said, Cam Reddish is in trouble.
I was just about to say, if you watched the game last night and another player popped in your head, that means Feron Hunt impressed you.
Oh, he did. He absolutely did, because not only did I saw the athletic ability, which is off the charts, he right up there with Obi when it comes to athleticism. But what's more important to me?
Defense.
Is defense, and what I saw, and it's real ironic, my man is on this screen tonight. What I saw is a game very similar to a guy that we got years ago. Now, I want y'all to be very clear. I'm not saying he is this guy I'm about to call. But when I look at the skill set, it's very similar to a Latrell Sprewell. A slasher can get to the basket and can play defense. That's what I saw last night.
Right.
That's what I saw last
Ron,
night. I didn't see a jump shot.
No,
I didn't
not
see
yet.
a jump shot.
Not yet. Not
But
yet.
I saw a lot of, if he gets the ball and he's going to the basket, you're in trouble. He's going to finish more often than not. And that was very, very Sprewell-esque. For those who were able to
high
watch
praise.
Latrell Sprewell,
That's high
shout
praise.
out to Latrell Sprewell, by the way.
That's
one of
my
my
guy.
favorite Knicks. Probably my second favorite Knicks behind Patrick Ewing.
You're the man.
Let me ask you a
for
question.
you saying that made me happy. So thank you.
Let me ask you a question, Ron.
Yeah.
How is it, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I root for the young guys, and I want when the young guys get on the floor to show me something, because that's their job to show me something, right? It's their job to show the fans something. But how can this player right here of a nice performance in G League make you think that Cam Reddish is in trouble?
I'm glad you asked that question.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you my response.
Let me
to
get a 2 point.
Hold on,
let me get the other half. I don't understand this with Knicks fans. We were clamoring for Cam Reddish before he got here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He gets here hobbled. We don't really see who he is. And before he even has a chance to go to the post office and put this is his address, he's already being shipped out of town and people are worried about him. We haven't even seen him.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you obvious reasons why. The obvious reason why Cam is in trouble, if this kid continues to play like this, and from what I saw last night, is plain and simple, the coach never wanted him. And the guy was having a hard time getting on the court, as is, and we all know that. And anybody saying otherwise, they'd be lying. They know Tibbs wasn't a fan. Tibbs didn't want him. The guy hardly played. So he's just as green with Tibbs as Feron Hunt is. And we all know with anything in life, it's about what they see last. Is what you tend to remember. Like everything being said, people tend to remember the last thing people say. Or the last things people see. And in this case with Feron Hunt, Tom Thibodeau is a defensive-minded guy first. 7 steals at any level gonna get any coach's attention. And when you're on a team that on paper only got one small forward, and that is Cam, who, by the way, is coming off a shoulder injury that he decided to have rehab and didn't get surgery. If he missed any time next year, AD, that's why I'm saying he is at risk. And we know Cam misses time anyway. He's at risk. And that's just the thing I was thinking about. I'm like, Tibbs never wanted him. So that was one of the main things that popped in my head. And you got a guy that's on a 2-way contract, and you know what's going to tell you even more? If they mess around and tear up that 2-way contract, because right now I believe they say the Knicks only got 12 players under contract.
You know what that defensive performance reminded me of last night? It reminded me of Andrew Wiggins shutting down Jason Tatum in the NBA Finals. That's what it reminded me of.
And look what he did to a high. Where was Jonathan Kuminga drafted? What pick was he?
7.
7th pick. That dunk that James Wiseman talked about, that was a one-on-one play with Kuminga, who he crossed up and took off and left him on the 5th floor while he went to the 12th.
Ron, this isn't. I hear you, fam, but this isn't the 90s, okay? And that team that finished 4th seed was ranked number 1 across the board that season. It got them nowhere. You're talking about guys who've never set foot in a regular season game, and you're thinking that this guy can possibly be a contributor because this is not the 90s. You know, it's offense that's going to win a championship, not guys who you think are going to lock you down, because who you locking down in the NBA?
Feron Hunt can lock down people. I'll just say this.
So let me just clarify real quick. So Feron Hunt did play last season for the Knicks. Feron Hunt it did have a couple appearances. He is AD. He the dude that blew the wide open dunk. Remember?
Exactly. Why would we want to remember that? Exactly.
No. The Knicks were blowing somebody out, and it was like the last game of the season, or the second to last game of the season. And Feron Hunt got in the game and blew a wide open dunk. And Tibbs, for the first time that I could remember all season, laughed because he knew the kid was so nervous. You know, that was his first NBA shot. The first shot he ever took in the NBA was a shot. He blew the dunk and quickly and then was patting him on the butt, trying to, you know what I'm saying, push him and get him to lighten up, loosen up or whatever. And Tibbs laughed, right? Because everybody knows the kid can play, but he was so nervous, wound up so tight that he blew a dunk. But things like that happen, you know what I'm saying? But Feron Hunt did play, and I think the Knicks, those kids like Feron Hunt, bro. Like the dude blew a dunk in the game, and Obi and them was just pushing them all on the head, like, man, lighten up. It's all right, you know.
So if I type his name in YouTube right now, that's what's gonna come up. That's the first thing.
No. What'll probably come up is that he signed a two-way with New Orleans, and then he signed a second one with New Orleans, and then the Knicks scooped him up because New Orleans didn't have room to keep him. Like the day that New Orleans was like, we can't keep him, the Knicks swooped in and got him.
Let me explain to you why Feron Hunt is not a one-hit wonder. Let me explain it. Just hear me out here. What I watched last night, I saw guys galvanizing around his play. I saw people inspired in the building. I saw Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau. I saw Kyrie in the building. I saw James Wiseman in an interview, like man just said. He got up. He said, "I can't even talk right now." That was impressive. So what I'll say is this: do I need to see more from Feron Hunt? Absolutely. Am I going to sit here and say Feron Hunt is going to lead us to the promised land? No. But what I am going to say is defensively, the kid can play and he can leak out. And we need more athletes on this team like Obi to get chances. If we got that point guard, we can get out and run. I just like the energy and athleticism. I need more of that on this team. We can't be slow.
And
you could talk about
intensity.
You could talk about shooting all you want, but intensity, athleticism, and getting up and down the floor matters. I'm going to defend Feron Hunt until I see him the next night. It's one game. Maybe I'm overreacting to one game, but that's all I got, baby. I got one game. So I'm going to give him love and say, Mr. Spreewell, Andrew Wiggins defensively, that's what he reminded me of. He had a little Kawhi in him, although I didn't see him shoot the basketball, but I like the athleticism. So let me get more of a taste. He reminded me of Kawhi. That's what I'll say.
Wow.
Hey, what Eminem told you in that song?
Wow.
You only get one shot.
Which Kawhi? Which Kawhi? The Kawhi that Luka Doncic almost sent him into retirement? That Kawhi? That Kawhi?
You talking about which Kawhi? You talking about Kawhi Leonard, or you talking about that singing group Michael Jackson bought out? That Kawhi?
For real?
You talking about them two little boys Michael Jackson bought out back in the day? You talking about Kawhi? I'm joking with you, Ryan. Hey, Spree, I'm joking with you, bro. You talking about Kawhi Leonard or that music group Michael Jackson bought out? The two little boys rapping.
There's only one Kawhi Leonard, man.
Oh my!
But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, AD. It's early. It's early for Feron Hunt. He got to continue putting in the work. That's what I'm gonna say. But if he continue doing this, that's why I preface my statement. If he keep doing this, some people gonna be in trouble on this roster, man.
I mean, like Cam Reddish has it.
We know opportunities pop up and seven steals, man.
You do know that Cam Reddish has the total package, right?
I know Cam been having the total package, and I know Cam got kicked off one team, and now he on another one where the coach don't really want to play him. That's what I know, and I know also, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this: it ain't about me bashing Cam. I like Cam. Y'all even heard me the other day when they asked what would be my starting lineup. I had him as my small forward, and you can go back and watch the tape. Wow. But my thing is when I read tea leaves, man, and they've been dangling Cam out there talking about trading him. Still, his name is still coming up. Do your research. So when I look at all that factors, the coach didn't want him here. No joke. Everybody know that. The coach didn't want them to get it. I can't sit here and be totally comfortable. And I know if I'm Cam, I ain't gonna be totally comfortable when I look at the fact the coach didn't really want to play me. Even when you had guys that was garbage at the position when he got here.
Cam needs to stay healthy, man. He needs to be healthy. He should have
went immediately in the starting position. Because we ain't had no small forward. We had RJ
he needs
playing,
he needs to be healthy.
Out of position. Think about that, Freezy. We had RJ playing out of position.
Yes.
And Tibbs, and remember Tibbs, even before Grimes got hurt, Tibbs started letting you see the writing on the wall with your boy Fournier.
Yeah.
Grimes started getting into his minutes. So with all this going on, all this turmoil in the roster, the Knicks was being trash, and at the time when we got Cam, and Cam still couldn't get in the lineup like that. Hey, I can't sit there and look at the evidence and say, hey, it ain't real. It is real. There's a possibility that dude can come in here and if he keep playing like this, he can jump in that spot.
Yeah. I think Cam needs an opportunity. Cam needs an opportunity, but he needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, Cam got to stay healthy. That's first and foremost.
Well, yeah.
Right, I agree.
I just want him to get a shot, but I need him to be healthy. Like, I see flashes in Cam. Can Cam do it consistently? I don't know, but I'd like to see him get an opportunity, but I can't have him get hurt. So, and Tibbs needs to get with the program and give him a shot. Give him a real shot. Don't just throw him out there like Frank Ntilikina at the end of the game to get a stop on Trae Young. No. Although Frank's got to make that stop because that's his only opportunity. But give Cam a real shot.
I'm gonna tell you, I was hot mad with Tibbs that he wasn't playing Cam. I was mad about it.
I agree.
Because I just knew when we got him, I'm like, okay, we gave up a first round pick, and we traded a guy that we got in the first round pick with a first round pick to get this guy over here from Atlanta. He had a 28-point game in the playoff, looked good, and we not even playing him.
Right.
That's Tibbs, man. That's Tibbs.
I was like, man, what is it gonna take for you to play him? Especially when your team wasn't going nowhere.
I know what it's going to take for him to start Feron Hunt. Ron, I'm telling you, if Feron Hunt starts knocking down corner threes, he will be the starting small forward for the next 10 seasons.
10? Ooh.
12.
I'm high on Feron Hunt, but 12. Ooh.
I tell you what.
Hey, you know who Kobe Bryant loved to play with, right?
Eddie Jones,
Trevor Ariza.
Oh, Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, you said that last night.
Because they had a dude that Kobe didn't like playing with, who actually didn't like him. Period. Because he had all the physical gifts, but he was lazy. A dude named Devin George. You remember Devin George?
I remember him. That boy. Hey.
You remember the dude could jump out the gym. He could run real fast, and for defensive assignments they would put Tyronn Lue and Devin George in the game. Remember that Tyronn Lue, Devin George, and Kobe would lock up people backcourt, right? Yeah, I remember Tyronn Lue. You remember headband cornrows?
Yeah, with them cornrows to the back.
Yeah, yeah. They would put them in to stop teams from scoring. But Devin George, from what I heard, was like lazy. Like he didn't want to be great. I put it like that. Like people that are good and are satisfied with being good are looked up to by people that are average. But people that are great or legendary, look at people that are great, that are satisfied with their greatness, they look at them as being lazy. Like you could be up here with me, you could be great, but you choose not to be.
As they should look at them like that, because I mean you just resting on what got you to the NBA.
Right. But Trevor Ariza would guard any cat walking. It didn't matter. Oh, you want me to guard Allen Iverson? I got him. You want me to guard Carmelo? I got him. You want me to guard LeBron? Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Amari. It don't matter. I got him.
And that's
Tony
a guy
Parker,
we gave up on.
Ginobili.
Don't make me cry, Freezy.
I'm telling you, bro. The kid Trevor Ariza would legit go 3/4 of a basketball game without taking a shot because he was like, I don't want Carmelo to score. They're like, but you only took 2 shots in 40 minutes. I took 2 shots when? Well, I shot the ball. When did I shoot it? How many did Carmelo have? Well, Carmelo finished with 21 on 9 of 26 shooting. Dang it, man. He made 9 shots. Never mind the 26 shots. You're like, dog, man, Melo made 9 shots on me? Melo was what, 9 for 26? I guess I did good. Right? Guess I did good. That's what Trevor Ariza is thinking, right? This kid, Feron Hunt, listen, I'm cranking up the hype train. I already started it in April. I'm telling y'all, this dude, he's not gonna be a 15 and 10 guy. Ron, he might be the guy that's 8 points, 5 rebounds. He might be Bruce Bowen.
Every team needs a Bruce Bowen.
Who do you
Every
trust?
team needs a Bruce Bowen.
Who do you trust with the game on the line with 2 minutes left to get a championship stop right now? Feron Hunt or Cam Reddish?
Cam Reddish.
Okay. Why?
Because Cam has been around the league 3 times already. Feron Hunt ain't been around the league yet. What I'm saying is
you still give the nod to Cam.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have to give it to Cam.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so the thing is with Feron Hunt, I'm saying he can be Trevor Ariza, Robert Covington,
But he's not there yet.
but he's not there yet.
Okay. What if
tomorrow,
Freezy?
I'm gonna tell
What
you
if he
like
puts
this,
up
man.
30 tomorrow?
My ultimate thing I want to see this season more than anything, man. I want to see Cam in that starting lineup right next to RJ.
And with Feron Hunt backing him up. I would love to see that.
And that's what I would love to see.
Exactly. Right, that's what it. So for everybody that thinks I'm jumping out the window for Feron Hunt, listen to what I'm saying to you. Don't draw your own conclusion. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. I think Feron Hunt can be a long-term NBA starter if he can knock down the 3 consistently, say 38, 39%. With that defense and staying healthy, he is a long-term NBA starter somewhere between 8 to 11 points per game, right? And solid defense.
Defense will keep you in the league. Before offense will.
Yep. Defense, defending 2 through 4 will get Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think
Defense.
Cam and Feron Hunt are better than Kevin Knox. I do. I really do believe that. I think both of them are better. Yes.
What'd you say, Spree?
In my opinion, I believe Cam Reddish and Feron Hunt, I would take both of them over Kevin Knox right now. Yes, I would.
Right now.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't even think twice.
And that's no disrespect. I just
Kevin
value.
Knox came out too soon.
Kevin
Knox came out too soon.
Yeah,
man.
I value what they bring to the table. I'm sorry if that offends people. I'm not
What's
trying
going
to
on, Jarvis? I see you, boy.
Les Fleurs.
What's up, Jarvis?
What's up, Uncle Ron? What's going on?
Man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. The Knicks got a win yesterday, and defense was all over the place.
And gonna get one. And gonna get one today. And gonna get one today.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get another. I'm predicting the Knicks gonna win the Summer League championship.
I'm just glad they're giving them rings this year.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, I think they're getting rings this year.
Wow.
So I think that's a very good incentive. I just want to see the guys work on the things that they need to work on. Because this is the opportunity to do it, man, to work on your game. We by no means we play. I don't believe we played our best ball in the summer league, and that's what was so good about that victory in my eyes, because they still got the job done. The defense looked pretty good. But you know what, man? I just think sometimes, with all due respect to everybody, I love Knicks Nation. I love our fans. And many times we can point out a lot about what these guys can't do and they can't do this and can't do that, and that's fair because we all want to see them improve their game in certain areas. But man, I think right now, I think it would be a good idea to just kind of focus on some of the things that they can do pretty good, and hopefully they can shore up those weaknesses to their game, just like Grimes. I'm liking the fact that I'm seeing him attack the basket more. No, it hasn't translated so forth as natural yet, but as he does it more, you see him get better at it, and then his playmaking is starting to look a little bit better.
Quentin Grimes is a shrimp po' boy.
I hear that. I have no problem with that.
I don't know if Freezy trolling or
I don't really have a problem with that statement because looking at these guys, I'm not saying any one of these guys stand out so much, but sometimes everybody can't be the standout superstar.
Everybody can't be the main course, man.
No,
exactly.
You need somebody to be the role player.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with him being a role player in a piece. I just want to see the things that he can do to contribute to get better. I just want to see him get better at certain things. And I think he's been working on it.
I'm really loving the idea of Cam and Feron Hunt, man, because I was like, I didn't think we had another small forward, and technically we didn't. This guy on a two-way deal, and we really didn't play him much, so you didn't see him.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing now, if that guy keep playing like that, man, he gonna lock up that backup position, man, and go ahead and have Cam starting, and put RJ back at his natural position, which is the 2.
What do you do with Grimes? What do you do with Grimes then?
Hey, somebody got to come off the bench.
Wait, what? Oh, I thought I saw your wrist cock up like. I thought I saw your wrist cock up like this.
You thought I'm about to fly him about it? Nah, I ain't gonna fly Grimes on it.
I thought I saw him cock up like this. Put Grimes on it.
Now for the production we get at the money that we paying him. You know what I mean? I'd be crazy to fly him up out of here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm flying Fournier. You might see, Fournier. I'll fly Fournier up out of here first.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But I would really love, because I really feel like RJ is playing out of position. And ever since he's been here, he's been playing out of position, man. Get that guy back to the 2. Let Cam play that 3, especially with Brunson. And this is the thing people fail to realize. This new age of basketball, your 3s are shooting a lot. I mean, your 3s, your small forward is shooting a lot more 3s now. But back in the days, those 3s was more of a slashing, mid-ranger, going to the basket.
And rebounding, yeah.
And rebounding and playing defense.
Yep. That's why I love DeMar DeRozan.
And that's what you see out of Feron Hunt. He's more like a throwback because I don't know if he got a jump shot because I ain't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
But I know he can finish at the rim, and I know the guy can play deep.
Exactly.
So I need RJ at that 2, and let RJ be exactly what they say a 2 guard is, which is your shooter. Be that shooter.
Right. Do you think Feron Hunt is going to play tomorrow 30-plus minutes?
No, I don't even think he's going to play tomorrow. I don't even think or today. I don't think he's going to play today.
Why?
Because he bruised his hip in the game, remember?
Oh,
he got hurt.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was looking forward to watching him play. This stinks. At least
it was a bruise on his part. Look at what happened with Jay Ivey.
What happened to Jay Ivey?
He got hurt.
I think he got hurt up in that game.
What kind of is he hurt or injured?
Because
Breezy don't make me just. I think it might be a little injured.
Okay, because Feron Hunt got hurt, but he came back in the game.
Right. That's the difference.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you now,
Feron Hunt got hurt and then came in the game. That's what. Let me just say this real quick. Feron Hunt got hurt on a defensive scuffle play, came back in the game and got 2 more steals in the open court.
The guy was energetic, man. The guy got a technical foul
defense,
because
man.
The
you
guy
ain't gonna ever hear me complain about defense.
That dude got hurt in summer league. He got hurt in a summer league game. Came back in the game, and got 2 more steals.
He got a technical foul in a summer league game for playing defense.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, out of all them guys, I watched that whole game. I'm gonna tell you who else impressed me last night, and I was shocked by this kid, that Montero kid,
John Montero.
Yeah. I saw him running pick and roll action. I said, and look comfortable doing it. I said, okay, and I saw his defense, on ball defense is very impressive.
Right.
Now, can he shoot is the question.
Yeah.
But I saw him making plays for others and playing defense. I was impressed by him. But I would say this: who disappointed me last night? Keels.
Really?
Keels disappointed me last night, man.
He didn't stand out to me.
Nah, he didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't.
So those 5 skills and 4 rebounds didn't just jump off the page.
I ain't gonna write the book on him yet. But I was
that lob to Jericho Sims out of the Spanish pick and roll didn't impress y'all last night.
No, it
yeah.
didn't. I need to see more.
The fact that he moved Miles McBride off the ball to run point when the Knicks was stagnant in the half court and got the Knicks 2 straight buckets didn't impress y'all.
It didn't impress me. He needs to show me more. I thought he got lost in the crowd.
Turnovers last night by him too, Freezy.
He had some bad turnovers.
And that's what bothered me. He had some turnovers.
All right, so I saw 2 turnovers that were not directly related to him, but he got credit for.
Right. Because they only got him down for 1 turnover.
Yep. Because the thing is if the mailman come to deliver the mail and your mailbox ain't up, that ain't the mailman fault. That's not the mailman fault.
If you ain't put them quarters on top of that thing to get that stamp,
that ain't the mailman fault. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I saw 16 fake like he was going baseline and kills anticipation and 2 dudes that ain't played together. It's just chemistry.
I'm gonna tell you, I like Montero more last night than I like Keels.
Agreed.
Let's look at the box score. Let's see what the box score say.
But the box score doesn't always tell the whole story. To be fair,
can the box score tell some of the story?
It can, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Keels to me, there were some moments, but I wanted him to get me out of my chair. He didn't get me out of my chair like Feron Hunt.
You know who really impressed me last night? Because I saw something I didn't know he had in this game.
Jericho Sims?
Boy, get out of my head. You're absolutely right. I saw that man turn and shoot over the left shoulder.
Yes, he did.
I saw this man pushing the pace. I was like, oh, young fella. And the little fake back to the right, came back with the little and one. Young fella, you hey man. Hey,
I think they need to check the bottom of his shoes, Uncle Ron.
Yeah,
that dude look like you jumping on trampolines, man. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I know he gonna do that, but them other stuff I saw last night, I said, young fella looking comfortable, confident.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. There are certain things that Jericho Sims does on the floor that Mitch cannot do.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Right.
I'm glad you brought that up. I watched that man guard. He was guarding a guard. That McClung kid.
Yeah.
And he was giving our boys fits last night.
Perimeter defense.
And Jericho was stopping him. Jericho's a beast, man. Jericho's a beast. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature, man. He's at his size. He shouldn't even be doing what he's doing.
I still think Mitch can dominate more in the interior defensively and on the glass a little bit more, but Sims athletically, like covering the perimeter and just
his perimeter defense for his size is ridiculous.
It's amazing, and also the screen setting is way better than Mitch.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah,
way better.
And look how much we paying him.
Good deal.
I gotta give Leon credit on that.
Good deal.
Right. Gotta give him his credit on that. You know, we get on him when he ain't doing right, but I gotta give him credit on that deal. Because we gonna really be getting more for what we paying out of that guy. You know what I mean? The performance is gonna outweigh that contract. Thank goodness this ain't the NBA where they can renegotiate. I mean the NFL. Because they'll be renegotiating this contract at the end of the season. If this was the NFL.
Right. No doubt. I think y'all are down on Keels, bro.
No, I ain't down on him. I just say he ain't impressed me like that last night. I ain't say he was trash, but
yeah, he didn't impress me.
He didn't impress me like that last night.
I didn't see it.
So John Montero played 9 minutes and 15 seconds. Right, he scored 4 points. He had 1 steal, 2 rebounds, and 0 assists at point guard. Right.
What was his plus minus?
His plus minus is
16.
16.
What was the highest plus minus on the team last night?
Daquan Jeffries had 25.
Yep.
Okay.
So he was a plus 16.
I
know he definitely was a positive.
Right. Yeah, man. Feron Hunt's plus minus was 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go by plus minus, then John Montero was better than Feron Hunt.
I'm gonna tell you, John Montero on-ball defense last night was very good.
That first possession on ball in the first time he got in there, that was like I saw he stood out to me on that possession. I'm like, who's number 77?
Right. So let me okay. So Trevor Keels' shot was broke last night. He was 1 for 8, but he had 1 offensive rebound, 1 offensive rebound, 5 defensive rebounds, 6 total, 2 assists, and 4 steals. So even if his shot wasn't on, he was doing other stuff last night.
How many turnovers?
4.
That's a lot of turnovers, Freezy. How many minutes?
Yeah.
How many minutes?
He played 24 minutes and 46 seconds.
I thought he was going too fast.
Basically on pace for about 8 turnovers last night.
He was going too fast. He like I said, I wasn't mad with him or saying he trashed or nothing, but I just wasn't impressed with him last night. I feel like the game didn't slow down for him last night. I thought he looked like a college player last night. Honestly,
yeah,
I would say,
and honestly, I expected more out of him last night, and I think that might have been why my expectation level for him was more last night. Because he was reading and all
because he was a draft pick. He was the only draft pick, so of course, naturally,
not because of that for me, but what I was hearing all these other people, all these so-called like ex coaches and stuff, what they've been saying about this kid, about he could be the Knicks point guard and all this, man, and Knicks getting a steal, and I just wasn't that impressed last night.
You have to
He got time. He got time though. He got time. I ain't gonna kill the young fella. Like I said, I ain't writing the book on him yet.
No, I know you don't write the book, but you gotta wow me. You have to wow me. Like this is a great opportunity to wow me, to man, and me for opening night. I know you're excited, and I know you're rookie. You're gonna make mistakes. So wow me the second game. Show me.
So were you excited about 7 steals?
No.
Oh yeah, them 7 steals. Now I must give Keels this now. I think his defense was. If I had to grade him, I give him a C on defense.
What about? A C?
Yeah, right, and I'm gonna tell you why I give him a C.
He picked the pocket 3 times.
You know what? But Freezy, a lot of times you notice getting a steal is just about being in the right place at the right time. A lot of times, and what I was seeing when he was on balling people, it was almost like he was a little too aggressive and getting caught out of position, and guys was beating him off the dribble. His man was beating him a lot.
He also fouled a couple people last night. I feel like that, like he was lazy a couple times.
Oh, if I remember. Come on, man.
But like I said, man, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, come on, man.
I knew you was talking up Keels, but I ain't gonna kill him. I ain't gonna kill him yet. I ain't going that far yet on the young fella.
Come on, man. But I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if he was watching the same game. I was watching the Warriors and Knicks last night.
You know,
I don't know what y'all was watching.
Kind of disappointed me last night. I'm gonna tell you this, man. McBride kind of disappointed me last night too.
McBride disappointed me too. I agree.
McBride disappointed me last night.
He couldn't get in the paint.
I expected to see more, especially when you knew they was gonna hand him the keys and let him run the offense last night. And when I saw them start letting Grimes, I was like, wow, okay.
Nah, man. And so again, like Keyshawn pointed out, people feel like I just bash Grimes when I call it down the middle. Like last night when Grimes was struggling, I was absolutely quiet, right? Because I was telling people during the live stream, yo, y'all chill out. It's early. These kids are rusty. You know what I'm saying? Just let them play. Staffordine jumped in the chat and he was like, Freezy gonna start bashing Quentin Grimes. I'm like, no, I wasn't, bro. I've been sitting here by myself for 10 minutes. I ain't say a word. Because I call it down the middle. It's like if you're a positive person and I call it down the middle, you think I'm negative. And if you're negative and I call it down the middle, you think I'm positive when I'm just calling it down the middle.
No, you're objective.
Now, Freezy, I'm gonna agree with Andre Bryan in the chat on this one. I do feel like Keels ran the offense better than McBride did. I will give him credit on that.
Ain't no doubt about Ron. He was hitting dudes and dudes was missing shots. You can't pass it to him and make the shot.
What I saw with McBride was a lot of what I saw last year.
He's too small. With him. He's too small.
He you know what it is? I think he's too concerned about making a mistake, like trying to play perfect. You gotta just play, man.
Too small. He's not able to get by anybody consistently, in my opinion. He doesn't have that move, man. Like RJ Barrett, the one thing you could say about RJ, you can criticize him, and there's certain flaws in his game, but RJ can get to the basket with his left anytime he wants.
But you know what though? It ain't all about being fast, man. You gotta be crafty, and that's just like RJ. RJ ain't the fastest tool in the box, but he's crafty. You know,
I don't think McBride ain't crafty though.
McBride ain't crafty like that.
And the other thing too, people don't take into account, a guard going full speed has to run full speed with a basketball dribbling 30 feet to the rim, right? A big with his back turned has to move 5 feet to the rim.
Yeah, they ain't got far to go.
They ain't got far to go. That's why some of these dudes, no matter how fast they are, speed ain't always going to get you a dunk.
No question.
Because you got to go 30 feet dribbling the basketball. A big has to move 5 to 7 feet. That's it.
Ron.
So if you just, it's science, right? But the thing is, you have to be crafty.
Yes.
Exactly. You got to be.
You got to be able to move and get people to turn in the wrong direction so you can get there.
You got to know when to use a hesitation dribble. You got to know when to use your speed.
Ron, I got blasted last night for saying that I thought Julius should have played last night.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. When I looked at Julius last night, Julius looked like a small forward.
He dropped 15 pounds?
Julius
he served up, man.
He looked like a small forward last night.
He shredded, bro.
I thought it was important actually for him to go out there last night and get back in the swing of things with some thumbs up. I would have liked to have seen him play with the young guy. I think it would have been good for him.
Boy, you reaching down. Julius ain't going out there with that $100 million contract to be played in those summer league.
Not no 8-year veteran.
He plays for the love of the game. Come on, man.
Yeah, an 8-year veteran ain't going out there, bro.
And I'd rather see Julius go play at the Rucker than to go in that
with Tim's on.
Than to go in that summer league, man.
If Julius dominates last night, puts up a 40 ball, we're all feeling much better about Julius right now.
No, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Spree. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't think you heard me. I'm telling y'all like this, and I've been saying, and Freezy, no, I haven't saying it.
He's coming back.
The slate for me is totally clean on Julius, man.
He's gonna have a big.
I'm not. I see. You know, I'm wide different from most, man. I ain't one of them dudes that hold grudges, man. I can't do that. That ain't in my nature.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't wired like that. You know what I mean? All I know is Julius Randle wear a New York Knicks jersey. And as long as he wear that jersey, I'm going to pull for him until he's gone. And if he ain't gone, I'm going to pull for him, period. And that's how I'm wired. I can't hold grudges. And I thank God I ain't like that. Because that take a lot of energy, man, to hold grudges.
Right. I agree.
And I think a lot of Knicks fans
You're
is
not
holding
like him.
grudges because of that man with that thumbs down thing. Did I like it when he did it?
No.
Absolutely not. I
But
was
Ron,
teed off by it.
You're a
You know
good
what I mean?
fan.
All them antics and stuff he was doing, but I said, hey man, we passed that now.
Yes.
Hey Ron,
is still on the team.
So Ron, so a guy said something somewhere. I ain't gonna say his name, right? But he goes to Knicks games. And what he said is he sits behind the bench has season tickets behind the bench. And he was like, it's the same group of people every night that cussed Julius Randle out all game long, all night long. And finally, Julius had enough and gave them the sign. And then everybody feelings was hurt because Julius Randle gave the thumbs down to some fans that had been berating him all season. The same group of fans, right, have been berating him all season long from the same seats, right? And Julius gave him the thumbs down, and then everybody act like they got the Ric Flair chop across the throat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all Knicks fans is like, woo! Everybody flailing across the ring like Dusty Rhodes, right? And so for those that don't know who Dusty Rhodes is, I'm sorry.
The American Dream.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
The bionic elbow.
There's only one
son of the plumber. The plumber.
There's only one American Dream. Stop it.
Man, Freezer done went back to the mid-south days.
Yeah, man.
Man. Dusty Rhodes was my favorite guy on NWA, man. NWA wrestling.
I saw Blackjack Mulligan grab that scoundrel around the forehead with that glove on.
Busting people's head over old Blackjack Mulligan Jr.
Yo, oh my goodness.
But yeah, man.
Hey, Freezy, who was his partner?
Oh, Blackjack Mulligan.
No, not him. Dusty Rhodes' partner, the other blonde dude.
Was it Hacksaw?
No.
Dick Murdoch.
Yeah. No. You talking about before Dick Murdoch, right? You talking about before?
No. I'm talking about Dick Murdoch.
You talking about the dude?
That elbow too.
Yeah. You talking about early 80s. You talking about late 70s, early 80s. Okay, I got you.
Man,
I thought you were talking about the dude.
NWA wrestling, man. National Wrestling Alliance. Jim Crockett's promotion.
Oh yeah, I thought you was talking about the dude from the Fabulous Freebirds, the tall dude, the tall blonde dude.
Were you talking about Terry Gordy?
Terry Bam Bam Gordy. I know you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, Julius Randle, man, I'm gonna tell y'all my level of optimism on him this year, man, is up there. Like I just really feel like after the season he had, and it's crazy to think that the man had a down season at 20, 10, and 5.
Right.
Ron, I have a question for
20,
you.
10, and 5 for most people in this league. And that's gonna keep you around. But we said this man had a down season.
Ron, question for you.
Imagine without the distractions. And now, Freezer, I heard you earlier. I think you were saying it earlier, but it might have been Boogie. Somebody brought the fact. It's obvious. Jalen Brunson being here, he's gonna benefit the most because he no longer will have to run that offense.
Yes, sir.
He can be the secondary facilitator. And Julius is a good passer. Say what you want to say. He's a very good passer. Right. So it's the sky's the limit, man. I'm excited, man. Cautiously optimistic more this season than any other season, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
So Ron, with his late weight loss, let me ask you this, okay? Because you're a good fan. You're positive. You stay true. You stay loyal. You're always a loyal guy. My question for you is this, and I'm the same way. I'm with Julius. We've had some downs. We have some ups. He had a bad year. He had an incredible year. He had a bad. Some will say a bad year, but I'm moving on. He's going to have a good year this year. My question to you is this: with the weight loss, can we see Obi and him play together this year?
Yes,
I absolutely believe so. And Freezy brought it up earlier. That Spanish pick and roll.
Yep, it's guaranteed, bro.
Good.
Hey, Spree, it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. That offense you saw. You saw that offense you saw Friday night, bro. When you saw Feron Hunt and Jericho Sims come up to the top, when they had Hunt at the 4, and when they had both of them come up to set the screen, and you saw Sims roll to the basket and Hunt slide to the pop area, and you saw Keels cutting baseline. So those are all characteristics of the Spanish pick and roll. which gives the point guard 3 options off the screen, right? So now instead of you guarding 2 guys with 3 defenders, now you got to guard 3 guys with 4 defenders, right? Which means one defender is on the island by himself to play free safety. And if he ever picks the wrong guy, the other guy is going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Right. So in that scenario where Keels is cutting baseline, right? And you cut off the baseline for Keels, you give Grimes the wide open 3. I like that option. Right.
And you know, Freezer, I'm gonna tell you this what really jumps out to me about the idea of them 2 guys playing together. The reason why I think it can be effective is because of the style of play that Obi presents. Obi ain't somebody who has to demand the basketball. He's constantly in motion. He's constantly in motion. So you're going to have to account for that. And that actually can help Julius by his action of constantly moving. It can draw the attention of the defense, because I don't say what you want to say. You have to account for Obi.
Yeah.
Him running around, you're going to have to know where he is.
Right.
Which is going to open up the floor for Julius. That's why I didn't understand why Tom didn't.
And Grimes. And Grimes.
Yeah. I didn't understand why we didn't see more of that. And especially when Tom had said he was going to do it last year. But then again, we didn't have the point guard.
Right. The reason why is simple. Guard. Yep. That's the reason. It's the
we
reason
didn't have
why.
The point guard.
It's the reason why Kemba Walker was on the first thing smoking.
Yeah, we didn't have the point guard to run.
As soon as we were able to make a move, Kemba Walker was out of here. And as soon as we were able to make a move, Jalen Brunson to New York became more and more and more and more of a reality, bro. So if you're an Obi fan, get excited. If you're a Randle fan like myself, get excited. Right? And if you're an RJ fan, in my opinion, this is RJ Barrett's year to make the All-Star team, because all he has to do is hit 2 more free throws and 1 more layup. Take the same shots. The same shot chart, everything. Just convert at a high clip from the free throw line and make 1 more layup, and that's 24, almost 25 points a game.
And guess what else, Freezy, to your point? The Knicks are going to boast a starting lineup of 3 guys that's going to average 20 points a game.
I thought you were going to say I was left-handed.
Say that again, Ron.
Say that again, Ron. Why I'm saying that. Julius averaged 20 this past year. Yep. RJ averaged 20.
Yep.
Brunson averaged 16, and Brunson only played, I think it was 31 minutes a game.
He'll average.
Someone can correct me on that. Only 31 minutes, but 16 points.
Yes, sir.
He's going to easily average 20 points with the Knicks. Easy.
Great.
So
point.
that's 60 points off them 3 guys alone.
Yep.
Not counting what Mitch gives you, which is going to be gravy. I think Mitch going to be a 10 and 12, 10 and maybe even 14 type guy this year. He gonna average a double-double. I think Mitch going to average a double-double because of Brunson.
Right.
People are sleeping on Brunson. I don't understand.
And whoever the small forward is, if you get 15 from that position in your starting lineup, you're looking at least 75 points.
Feron Hunt doesn't need to put up 15. Feron Hunt could just give me 8 to 10. I'll be fine.
and I'm hoping it's Cam. I'm hoping it's Cam, because my biggest fear on him is that guy goes elsewhere, and we're gonna be singing that same song we've sung in the past about other players that we've had that got out of town. We had him.
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah. We had him.
I thought you was gonna say that same song. This song is dedicated to the homies and that gangster lean. I thought that's what you was talking about. I thought you was. I was saying, no, don't tell me we losing a bunch of guys, because I don't want to lose a bunch of young talent. Maybe one guy, but not everybody.
And I'm gonna tell you, Freezy, as much as I do like Donovan Mitchell. If I'm in that front office, I'm not touching him.
Me either.
And this it's funny that I say that, because this is the time that the Knicks is actually in a position to do it. More so than any other time in history, I think, since I've been liking this team, of when they link us to a player that's very good that the Knicks could actually get, that I don't want. And the only reason why I don't want him is because I don't want to gut this team.
Right.
And I love what I'm seeing starting to build. And so I'm willing to just let this thing continue to cook, man.
Just ride it out, man. We got to ride it out. We got each other. We can't just
let it continue to cook. And I like Donovan Mitchell, man.
No quick
I'm gonna let
fixes.
this thing continue to cook.
No quick fixes. We've been down that road before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this, Spree.
Yes.
Hey, if Feron Hunt doesn't play tonight, are you excited about another young Knicks player?
Yes, I like watching Jericho Sims and Quentin Grimes.
Okay.
I like Quentin Grimes. I just thought he got excited, but Quentin Grimes can ball. I don't care about him missing shots. He can play. He can guard. He can do things for me. Sims, we saw it in Summer League last year. I enjoy watching Sims. He's a freak athlete. And Feron Hunt gets me excited to watch basketball. I don't think it was a fluke. I don't know if he can shoot. I have no idea. I just want to see more. But if he's not going to play, yeah, I'll be excited to watch Sims and Grimes. And hopefully I can see Trevor Keels. Hopefully I can see the light. I didn't see it, but hopefully I can see it.
Right. I think we let me add because I need to get somebody else's opinion, right? Because Summer League doesn't wow me really, you know what I'm saying? But I am excited, and I have been excited. I've been excited since April since April for Feron Hunt, right? But I'm excited about Keels, man. But I don't know how to go about the anticipatory excitement for the young players because I don't know what to expect. You feel me? Like Ron, like for instance, y'all ever had like a major birthday come up, like a 13th birthday, a 5th birthday, a 16th birthday, a 18th birthday, a 21st birthday, and everybody is like coming to bring you gifts, and you're like, well, I don't know what they bring in. Like, I want to be excited, but I hope this don't turn out to be a dud. Y'all ever been in that mindset?
That's called cautiously optimistic. Is what you feeling?
Right. That's where I'm at. I can't get excited for Feron Hunt because I'm already there for Feron Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I can't get excited for Trevor Keels because I know Feron Keels won't be 18 until training camp. 19 until training camp.
That boy got a grown man body already. Already. And he looked out of shape yesterday too, by the way. Tugging on his shorts. That NBA game ain't no joke, bro. But the thing is for everybody else, I don't know what to expect. Is Quentin Grimes Klay Thompson Jr.? Is Jericho Sims the next Brian Grant? Y'all remember Brian Grant?
I do.
Brian Grant was a beast.
Yeah.
I love Brian Grant.
Yeah, it's Jericho Sims, Brian Grant, because that's what his game is like. They built the same.
I remember Brian.
Comparison.
Yeah. They almost wear the same number. Brian Grant wore 44. What does Sims wear? 45?
Something like that, yeah.
Freezer, I think with Grimes, man, there's similarities to his game and Klay about how they go about their game, their work. You know what I mean? You see it on the in-game play is very similar.
Right.
The only difference, Klay's shooting is historical. It's historical, man.
Right.
Grimes could be a lesser version than Klay, and that ain't saying that he's a bad player.
No, that's not. You're not saying he's a bad player.
Because Klay is one in the man. It's if Steph Curry wasn't on that team, Klay Thompson would have been being talked about heavily. That's something that a guy can overshadow somebody that's very good.
Right.
And Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is very good. Matter of fact, I wanted him on the Knicks when he's came up for contract discussions. I wanted him here.
But Ron, the one thing about Quentin Grimes that you said, which I agree with, is the one thing that they do have similar is they're both very confident in their games. They have quick
and they
releases.
play both sides of the ball.
Yes.
They'll play both sides of the ball. They're willing.
Jarvis, what if I told you this? What if we start right now with the mindset that Quentin Grimes will be better than Klay Thompson? What would you say?
If you was to tell me that based off of right now,
I'm telling you that right now, Quentin Grimes would be better than Klay Thompson. What would you say? Get off the dope, Uncle Freezy.
Man, I'm like, hold up, man, Freezy. I don't know about that one.
Ron, what would you say? What would you say, Ron? Ron, you know I trust your judgment, bro. What if I told you right now that a lot of us believe that Quentin Grimes is going to be better than Klay Thompson overall? Like every category won't be better, but overall, Quentin Grimes will be better than Klay Thompson. What would you say?
I tell you, stop,
Nah,
Uncle Freezy. I'll be like, you had a little something tonight.
A little sauce, right?
I'll be like, you had a little something tonight.
You've been in that sauce, man. That's what
I'm gonna tell you right now. I like Grimes, but Grimes ain't Klay Thompson, man.
No.
Klay Thompson. Matter of fact,
Spree, can I get some help, Spree?
Man, let me share. I'm gonna share with y'all how good Klay Thompson is. That a lot of the stuff that Klay Thompson does offensively, Steph actually took from him and incorporated in his game. So far as that running off of screens, all that curl action, constant movement without the basketball. Steph wasn't doing a lot of that when he first came in the league.
Right.
But Klay was doing that. Day one.
Yeah. The only person I'll say is better than Klay Thompson on this team is Feron Hunt. I ain't gonna say.
Wow.
Nah, I'm kidding. Nah, man. Nah. I'm messing with you, man. But I'll just
say Spree, they're gonna ban you from the network.
Hey, Spree, can I add Exhibit A? I'm gonna submit Exhibit A to the court. Right.
Go ahead.
Exhibit A is Klay Thompson's rookie shooting percentages with Monte Ellis and Stephen Curry, and Quentin Grimes' 3-point percentages with Alec Burks, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, and Derrick Rose.
You're funny, man.
And so while on the surface it just looks like Klay Thompson is a better shooter, right? But when you consider the level of teammates that Klay Thompson played with his rookie season versus the level of terrible point guard play that Quentin Grimes played with his rookie season, one could say if Quentin Grimes got average NBA point guard play, if he had the 15th best point guard in the league on the floor with him, that he would be comparable to Klay Thompson's rookie year.
Now let me say this, Freezy. What you just said, you have a point. You have a point. That is brilliant analysis right there.
You know what? Because a fact, and this is not a made up Uncle Freezy fact, right? This is not a me pulling something out of the air type thing. This is documented. NBA.com has the Knicks ranked 30th in assists and 28th in pick and roll efficiency. Now, what if the Knicks were 15 in one and 15 in the other? How would Quentin Grimes' 3-point percentage look now? Is Quentin Grimes that far off from a rookie Klay Thompson? A rookie Klay Thompson has Steph Curry and Monte Ellis. So I'm not even talking about those guys were elite. Those guys were good. And I'm not even asking you for good. I'm asking you for average.
So I don't know the answer to that, but I will say you make a hell of a argument with that. I think that was very well put, that it made me think of some things. But I'll just say this. I take Quentin Grimes right now over the Klay Thompson I see right now.
What?
I don't know about that.
What?
I think he's getting up
You
there in
mean
age.
4-time NBA champion, 5 NBA Finals appearances, Klay Thompson, you would take Quentin Grimes over him right now.
And remember this, Spree.
Grimes
Klay
is
is
younger.
just coming back off that injury now.
Yeah, Grimes is
Oh, I'm sorry. 6-time NBA finalist, Klay Thompson.
And
They lost to the Cavs and Toronto. I'm sorry.
And Klay had a couple nice games in the finals. I like Klay, but he's coming off injury. He's up there in age. Of course, I'd rather have Grimes right now.
Watch Klay next season. You're gonna be rethinking that one.
I'm not talking about just Klay Thompson for one season. Like, obviously, Klay Thompson's the more experienced player. I'm just saying, Quentin Grimes, to me, I'm not saying he's ever been better than Klay Thompson. What I'm saying is, future-wise, projecting out, I'm sticking with Quentin. Because of you, Freezy. Because of you, I'm sticking with him.
I'm going to tell you like this. I like Grimes, but ain't no way in this world I'm taking Grimes over
Klay.
Over ain't no way. Matter of fact, Freezy, this is your captain speaking. Quentin Grimes, please put your tray in the upright position. Fasten your seatbelts, prepare for takeoff. Park to the number. Klay Thompson, welcome to New York.
Right.
Ain't no question, man. It ain't even a question, man.
Wait, are you talking about I'm talking about the Klay Thompson right now.
The Klay Thompson right now. I'm taking
right now.
Really?
I'm taking him
Klay
over.
You know why I'm taking Klay off of him?
Why?
Because Klay still do things coming off the injuries that Grimes don't do.
Okay. We may need to revisit this.
Grimes still really is pretty much a spot-up shooter.
I think
we saw flashes last night of him trying to attack the basket, and that's great, and I was happy to see that.
Right.
But Grimes ain't taking nobody off no dribble. Too tough. Grimes don't have a mid-range game neither.
No.
So let me ask you this.
It's either three-point shot or nothing at all.
If the Knicks were offered Quentin Grimes and a first-round pick for Klay Thompson, do you think they're doing that deal right now?
Golden State? No.
Say that again? I didn't catch that.
No, I asked, do you think the Knicks would do it? The Golden State wants Quentin Grimes, a first-round pick, and Kevin Knox back somehow in a 3-team deal. They get Kevin Knox in the deal.
They'll do that.
Do you think the Knicks would do that deal for Klay Thompson? At his age. At Klay Thompson's age right now.
I'm still trying to digest what you're saying.
Yeah, say that deal again.
Okay. So the New York Knicks would have to give up just Quentin Grimes, a first-round pick unprotected for Klay Thompson.
Nah. Golden State, I'm Golden State. I'm hanging the phone up. You got to give me more than that.
Okay.
I'm hanging that phone up quick.
Now you saying if they was to tell the Knicks that they want that?
Call block. I'm gonna block that call. I'm be like,
and I'm taking the battery out my cell phone.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you just for even offering that, I'm gonna tax you even harder to try to get Klay Thompson.
I like Klay, but he is getting up there in age. But I do like Klay.
Man, Klay, you know what? Klay ain't as old as you think now.
How old is he? Let me see. I actually haven't looked it up.
33, I think.
His injuries have plagued him. But let's see.
Yeah, and shout out to still Knicks fans. All of a sudden, still Knicks fans want to get on the Quentin Grimes bandwagon, bro. Ron from still Knicks fans.
Klay's 32.
32, okay.
Man, that Klay got another 3 or 4, man. Because you got to think about them 2 years he was out too. He ain't a full 32. He more like 30 with a couple injuries.
Yeah. I'll say this about Klay. Klay's a great player, but I'll make this comment. If Klay Thompson was the best player on your team, could he carry a team on his back like a top 10 player? I don't know the answer to that.
You mean, you remember the year that Steph Curry
Klay in his prime?
Klay carried.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Carried him.
Yeah, the 72 win season, Steph Curry got hurt in the first round of the playoffs, remember?
Klay was balling.
Can Klay Thompson carry a team to a Western Conference Finals as the best player on the team?
Yeah, we saw that already, bro. I think he can. In his prime, but if you're talking about right now, no.
Okay. I know who ain't gonna even take the Knicks to the playoffs as a lead dog, and that's Quentin Grimes. And I like Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes as the number 1 option on this team will not even take us to the play-in.
Right.
I'm just saying, Klay, in my opinion, maybe he's had stretches, but Klay Thompson has never had to carry the load of a team as the guy. I'm not hating. He's just been on a great team. And Klay Thompson's a great player. I'm not taking anything away.
And guess what else, Spree? There's a lot of people who've been on great teams that didn't capitalize on their position neither.
No doubt.
So, you know,
I'm not hating.
Let me just say this to Ron from Still Knicks fan. Ron, hey, Still Knicks fans, bro, get off the Quentin Grimes bandwagon, bro. You ain't been on the bandwagon this long. Ron, all of a sudden, he trying to take over this Quentin Grimes thing, bro. Ron from Still Knicks fans is all of a sudden he like, you know, yeah, all of a sudden he like Quentin Grimes now.
Hey, Andre
Ron,
Brian brought
from?
up a good point in that chat, Freezer. He said Quentin Grimes can't even take Evan Fournier's starting spot.
Oh, okay.
I think he will this year. I think he will this year.
He might this year, though.
It's now or never. I know that
right.
much.
Yeah.
It's now or never. Because next year is 3 for him? Yeah, it's now or never.
I'll just say this about one last thing about Klay. Klay's a great player. I'm not hating. He's been on a great team. I'm just saying I would have liked to have seen Klay Thompson go to a different team and be the guy.
I would have liked to seen it too. Now, Spree, that I will agree with you on.
Okay.
I felt like he was.
And I got the perfect teams for him to go to too. The New York Knicks is where I would like to see that happen. At.
Well, I wanted Klay too. I ain't gonna even front when I was looking at him. I was like, this guy here is a number one, playing on a team with a greater number one.
I would have liked to have seen him be the guy, so I could see him initiate and be a leader and be that guy. I don't know. I mean, but he's a great player. I'm not hating. He's clutch. I'll give him that. He's clutch in the playoffs. He's one of the best shooters of all time. I know what Klay Thompson is. I'm just saying I wanted to see him be on a different team. That's just.
But you know what? It's a testament to him too, because as great as he is, I know he knew he could go on someplace and teams would have run the offense to him.
Yeah, he's unselfish.
But he's the type of player, man, that every team needs. A great player that don't act like they're great.
Right. And he tough, man.
when
the Golden State Warriors.
You talking about two-way player.
Right.
Yeah.
Two-way players. Before them injuries, man, you remember Klay Thompson. You may as well just put an X by the man. He was guarding every night.
Right. Right. Hey, Ron, and you know what, man? I had Uncle Alchemy on, the Golden State Warriors YouTuber.
Yeah.
The dude, he's like the Knicks fan TV for the Golden State Warriors, except he like that guy, right? So he came on 4th of July night, right? Bro, he was talking about Klay Thompson, bro, and how people talk about how tough Klay is. Look, like he's like Klay is like the toughest dude on the Golden State Warriors roster, but he don't say nothing about it. It's like Klay will have an injury that will cripple somebody for like a month, and Klay will gut his way through it. Right? Klay will play through it, right? And when his shot is off, he'll be like, yeah, my shot was just off. Right? He won't tell you what's bothering him or nothing. He just be like, yo, yeah, my shot was just off tonight.
Man, Freezer, think about this. Think about what this guy just went through. Most players would have quit. They would have retired.
Yeah.
Retired.
You blow out your ACL and the next season, or either vice versa, which is the form.
You take
ACL and then your Achilles.
And you take your Achilles. And look, and not back to back, but you rehab all the way back from your Achilles, from your ACL, right? Remember, because he tore his ACL.
Yeah, he tore the ACL.
Yeah, he tore his ACL in the finals and shot both of his free throws.
Yeah, and that's why I was shocked, because I was like, and then matter of fact, he jogged.
Yes.
He jogged back to the
locker room.
To the locker room. I was like, he'll be all right.
And when they put the towel on his face, remember when they told him the news, remember they was like, yo, such and such, but you saw the camera, but you couldn't hear the volume, right? And when they told him what happened, when he put the towel on his head, I was like, oh man, that might be the last time we see Game 6 Klay.
I believe Quentin Grimes and both Feron Hunt and Quentin Grimes would be Klay Thompson 1-on-1. Come fight me. Come find me.
Spree, what you been drinking tonight, man? I think you might be trolling. I think Spree trolling.
Hey, shout out to Glenn Burney. Shout out to Glenn Burney. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think Spree, you trolling tonight, man. I think you trying to rile the chat up, man. I really think that's what you're doing, man.
Man. I learn from the best.
Man, I love guys like Klay Thompson, man. Another thing I like about him, hey, you never have to worry about him on no blotter, man.
Right. Good guy. Good guy, man.
Nah, Clay's a great player, man.
Yeah, his father was the number one pick in the NBA draft, Michael Thompson, out of Minnesota, and his mom was Miss Universe out of Sweden. People don't know that.
Yes,
it's like
I didn't know that.
Still Nick
I didn't know that,
fans,
but I
yes.
knew about Michael Thompson when he played with the Lakers.
Yeah. They family is like the American dream. Like the pops was the number one pick. He dated Miss Universe and married her. They had 2 sons, both played in a professional sport. Klay Thompson is in the majors right now playing for the LA Dodgers. And Trace Thompson is playing for the Dodgers. And Klay Thompson is playing for the Golden State Warriors, NBA champion. Both of them have championship rings.
And both of them good players.
Yeah. It's like the American dream, bro. Shout out to Klay, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, but the thing is this: if Grimes is being compared to Klay Thompson, then what's his ceiling? What's his ceiling, bro? Because he got to be an all-star.
Freezy, I got to make you laugh at this one, man. Still Knicks fans says, spree you on your tricky Nicky.
I said yes, I am.
Shout out to Tricky Nicky, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Tricky, man. I'm doing this for Tricky tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The
late night shenanigans.
I'm gonna tell you, you know the one thing that I always said about Klay Thompson, man, and I was like, I hope when it's his time to make it to the Hall, man, it's no debate, because in my book is none.
Right.
I don't want people to bring up, it's because of Steph Curry. Don't even put that in the equation, man. Right. It's because in a large way, it's because of Klay taking on that responsibility on that team that it allows Steph Curry to be Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Because Klay was that dude checking
on the defensive end too.
On that wing every night. And having to make up for Steph Curry's inefficiency on the defensive end.
Right.
Klay was that dude.
So I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate.
I know he's happy. He's happy they got Andrew Wiggins now.
I'm not trying to hate on Steph Curry, but I'm going to make this comment for everybody think I'm hating on Klay. Steph Curry should be the one introducing Klay Thompson to the Hall of Fame, because Steph Curry got away with a lot of stuff that if he didn't have Klay Thompson, we would. I'm not. Steph's a great player, but I'm just gonna say, come on now, you real ones know.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you this. Early on, you talk about terrible defensively.
Yeah,
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Oh, now Steph Curry is a whole lot better defensively.
Yeah, he's stronger.
He's stronger.
Yeah, that's it.
He's a whole lot better.
Yeah,
but early on in his career, he was talk about a turnstile.
Did you know he was doing that? He's got that LeBron James diet and body preparation thing. Like he's been
doing that. Smart man.
Yeah, he's been doing it for like the last 5 seasons.
Smart man.
Steph Curry is like,
body.
Yeah, he is investing $1.5 million a year in his body, sleep chamber, diet, personal chef, all that stuff, so he could be in the best fit peak. He's in peak condition.
This was Steph's best finals, in my opinion. This was his best finals.
Yeah.
It really put to bed. I was happy for him more so than anybody on that Golden State Warriors team, probably outside of Andrew Wiggins. Because I was happy for Wiggs too.
Yeah, because Wiggins need to be validated.
Yeah. They can stop disrespecting that man.
Because you notice, Ron, what happens when a bust goes from a bad team to a good team and plays good. People are like, well, it was, you know what I'm saying? They taught him how to do. Yeah, when all it was is when you take something new and put it in a bad situation, you're gonna get something bad. You're a product of your environment.
That's like in the NFL, Freeze. Remember they used to say it with the Cleveland Browns, that's where players went for their careers to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Draymond
is exactly what you're saying right there, man.
Ron.
Where you go can determine whether or not you're gonna be in the league.
I agree, but Ron, I just want to say this. Wiggins deserves credit, his flowers. I'm not trying to hate on Steph, but I'll just say this. Did you hear what Draymond said about Steph and KD on his podcast. He said Steph was not as great as Steph was. We needed KD to go for that guy to go get a bucket. He does not believe before Steph added muscle, he got stronger. He did not believe Steph was ready. And that look,
Wow. And
Draymond said that.
And they won a championship without him.
And Draymond's you could say whatever you want about Draymond. He's going to tell you the truth, okay? And if he's saying we need, he's going to
tell you the truth or his truth. He's definitely going to tell it.
He's going to tell it how he feels. Steph, let's not get it twisted here. Steph grew into this. He's a great player, all-time great player. But don't get it twisted. KD was the best player on that team. I don't care what anybody says.
But you know what, though? I'm going to say this about KD. What you're seeing with KD is exactly what you were seeing with Melo. And if Melo, I'm going to tell you like this. You take Melo in his prime and you put him on that Golden State team, the outcome would have been the same. They would have won a championship. And the reason why I say that is because Melo is an offensive, just genius offensively. Same thing with KD. But those two guys ain't the guys that going to take a franchise as the lead dog to a championship. It's not going to happen.
Right.
They'll be very good and they'll get very far, but they're not going to win a championship as that dude without having everything. They're more like, when I look at them guys are really like a hired specialist, a serious one. And I ain't talking about them guys like Novak and them. You know what I mean? I'm talking offensive specialists. That's what KD and that's what Melo are. You know, them guys we can get it on every level scoring. And that's what Golden State needed, because Golden State was just a team that they would kill you on the perimeter with Klay and Steph. But when KD came, now you had something else to prepare for. Not only could he kill you on the perimeter, he can kill you down in the post. He can kill you going to the basket. He can kill you in transition. Just an offensive machine. And that's
a guy asked me one time, he said, if you take James Worthy off the Lakers and put Dominique Wilkins on the Lakers, do the Lakers win all those championships? Now I'm asking you, if you take James Worthy off the Lakers, because you just brought up a hypothetical, right? If you take off Big Game James off of those Lakers teams during the 80s and put in Dominique Wilkins, do the Lakers still win championships?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And see, I saw, you know, people got to think about the context of what I said. Because I see somebody throwing tomatoes up, but Melo is nowhere near KD class. I ain't talking about the Melo we see right now. Melo in his prime was KD before KD. And everybody knows it. Everybody will tell you that knows this game of basketball and been watching it. It's the same type players. Same type players. Remember Melo took that Denver team to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And lost to who? Who did he lose to?
Kobe.
The Lakers.
Who else?
Shaquille.
Who was on that Laker team?
Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I think that's the Pau Gasol Venom version. Kobe, Powell, Ron Artest, and all of them.
That team was dominant.
Right.
Yeah. You're right.
Maybe it was Powell.
And one could argue they had some help from the refs.
Yeah, they always got
on why Melo didn't get out of there.
They always. You can ask Sacramento about that. You can ask Portland about that.
Same thing.
My only point is the Warriors are not winning those championships against LeBron if KD doesn't go there. That's the reality.
But the thing is, for what you would have asked Melo to do on that Golden State team, he would have been able to do the same thing. Why you think? Go back and you know why I can make the argument, Freezy?
What's that?
Go back and look at the Olympics on how they use Melo.
Oh, Olympic Melo? Top of the key three Melo?
Why Melo is looked at as one of the most prolific guys in that? Because they allowed Melo to do what Melo does great. At that time, at the height of his career.
Three from the top of the key, that step into the three Melo, the Olympic Melo. Come on, man. The three to the dome Melo. Remember, that's where that started.
It was over for you. It was over for you because you allowed Melo to just concentrate on being that offensive machine.
It's a weapon. Yeah.
And yeah, being that major weapon. And that's what KD was on.
Nah,
When
I
KD
hear
came to
your
Golden
point,
State,
Ron.
man, I'm telling y'all.
You're right,
I
Ron.
honestly thought about not even watching basketball no more. Because I was like, this ain't even fair. How you know? It's sad when you know the championship before the championship even happened.
Ron, I
And
hope
that's
KD.
when you do it.
I hope KD doesn't go back to the Warriors.
I hope not neither, because I don't want to watch that.
Me neither.
I would personally, I would love it, bro.
KD back and Golden State.
I would
the league
boycott.
need to step in and stop that.
I would only talk
that ain't
basketball
good
on
for
this show, but I will never watch another Warriors game. Of
And so to me, in my opinion, the NBA is best. And I know this is gonna sound like blasphemy, but the NBA is best when you have dominant franchises, right? And I'm talking about television wise, right? I'm not talking about like fan wise, right? When the Lakers played the Celtics, that was must see TV, right? When the Bulls played the Jazz, that was like must see TV. Michael Jordan and all of them. When the Heat played the San Antonio Spurs, that was must see TV. When the Golden State played the Cavs with LeBron, that was must see TV, right? So if you get a Golden State versus some enemy from the East, say it's the Knicks, say all of a sudden the Knicks ascend to contention and they get into like, or say it's Boston, say this young Boston team, say that is the new rivalry, right? That's must see TV when you have two giants going at it. Nobody, and y'all know this, nobody wants to watch the Memphis Grizzlies and Washington Wizards in the NBA Finals. No, I don't want to see that. No, think about what finals was it? It was not LA and Miami, Milwaukee and Phoenix. Who was tuning in to watch that? Who was tuning in to see Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Phoenix Suns? Who was tuning in to watch that on ATV?
Only true the casuals weren't tuning in for that.
No, yeah. Because even though we love Giannis and we love Chris Paul, that's not must-see TV. The Phoenix Suns are not compelling.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan versus Karl Malone. It ain't that. So if KD was to go back to Golden State, I would love to see that team against somebody, right? Because
you're gonna have to bring it, boy. I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
You ain't gonna be no ham sandwiches trying to beat that team.
Right. And Ron, and so the reason why it's compelling is not because you expect a team to knock them off. It's because you expect that team
to win.
Yes.
You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad you brought that up. Because you know the whole thought, I was reading the chat, looking at the chat, and remember when LeBron put that team together, him and D-Wade, remember who was supposed to be that third guy?
Yep, Melo.
And I'm telling you right now, if Melo would have went on that team instead of Chris Bosh, it would have been over.
I think Chris Bosh was still going, bro.
They would have got that many.
In a row, probably.
They would have got 4. They would have
probably
got 4
in a row. Probably
Melo on that team, man.
Because what people didn't know behind the scenes, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh were best friends, and Dwayne Wade and LeBron James were best friends. But Chris Bosh and LeBron were decent friends. Right? Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade were besties. And then LeBron James and Dwayne Wade were besties, right?
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron and Chris Bosh, it was
Carmelo didn't follow the plan.
Nah, Carmelo signed that contract when LeBron told him not to.
For the extra year.
Yeah,
for that
he
extra
didn't
year.
follow the plan. And thank goodness he didn't, because if he would have went to Miami, man, I'm telling y'all right now, ain't a doubt in my mind they would have got 4, man.
Because the thing is, Ron, is this. If Melo went, Chris Bosh would have moved to center faster.
right? Because the thing people forget about is that first year Chris Bosh was there at power forward, he was lost trying to play with two other superstars, and they had three goons at center. Remember they had the dude with the big jug head, Joel Anthony?
Yeah.
Remember Joel Anthony, the dude, the Frankenstein head dude?
Mm-hmm.
Him and another guy, and then they wound up getting Birdman.
Yeah, and
they wanted to get Birdman because Joel Anthony was a clown.
Yep, they had Birdman too.
Right.
That team, that would have been scary to watch. When I heard that came out of Freezer, I said, "Oh my goodness!"
You remember the team with Joel Anthony lost to the Dallas Mavericks?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's when they started playing Chris Bosh at the 5-some, and they death line up. Remember, but because for what people say, Dwayne Wade is not a good defender. He's a great he plays the passing lanes, but he's not locking up somebody, bro. Get out of here, Miami Heat fans.
Man, could you imagine that team? Freezer, could you imagine that team? Because all those guys would have been free agents at the same time.
Yeah.
And you talk about stacking the deck. If they would have done that, yes. Oh my goodness. If Chris Bosh still would have got on that team with them, that would have been over.
Ron, I'm going to be honest. Just one thing about D Wade. I love D Wade. D Wade's a great Hall of Fame player, no doubt about it. Clutch. No doubt. Clutch. But I will say this. I thought low-key there were times where I thought D Wade was dirty on some plays. I ain't going to lie to you. Not saying he's a dirty player. I'm saying I thought he made some dirty plays in some moments that rubbed me the wrong way. But he's a Hall of Fame player, no doubt.
What about LeBron?
What about him?
You don't think LeBron had dirty plays?
Not as much as D Wade.
Okay.
I thought D Wade had some questionable moments in the playoffs where he, like, if it wasn't D Wade, if it was a different player that didn't have D Wade's profile, we would be calling him a dirty player. In my opinion.
You remember Dwayne Wade diving for the loose ball at Jeremy Lin knee? Y'all remember that?
I do remember that.
Them boys snatched Jeremy Lin hot in the Garden.
Yeah,
him and LeBron was taking turns.
Yeah. I remember in the playoffs when LeBron ran into Tyson Chandler and then fell down backwards like he was Ricky from Boys in the Hood.
Was that like right at half court?
Yeah, you remember it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, to me, that series, man, I was so mad with Stoudemire, man. When Stoudemire cut his hand, that to me just like it took all the air. Like you knew the Knicks wasn't gonna win that series once he did that.
The fire extinguisher?
Yeah, man. He punched that fire extinguisher. I was like, you guys to be kidding me, man.
Yeah.
He had a Trey moment in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. Oh, a fight in the air?
Yes.
Yes. That was worse than Trey.
Hey, and then in that same series, y'all remember Flight White? Remember Flight White closed out on LeBron, and LeBron stepped on his foot, and LeBron fell on the ground and was grabbing his ankle like he tore his Achilles.
I do.
And everybody was like,
yeah.
You remember that? And then LeBron went to the thing and tied his shoe tighter and came back in the game. And Jeff Van Gundy was like, LeBron James just legit held up the game for 20 minutes rather than in pain. Thought it was a serious ankle injury. Thought he broke his ankle. And he just tied his shoe and came back.
Was that a regular season game?
No, I thought that was a playoff game.
I think that was a playoff game.
So, Freezer, I gotta ask this question. Who you think gonna be the most improved Knicks on this roster this season?
Emmanuel Quickley. And Ron, and not only is Emmanuel Quickley going to be the most improved player on this roster, Emmanuel Quickley is going to be the most improved player in the NBA and get a trophy for it.
Wow. Okay. That's bold.
But let me explain what.
I can tell you this. That ain't a far-fetched take. Go ahead.
Let me explain why. So first of all, you get him out of an unnatural role and put him in a natural role, right? And then there are times where Quickley can be the secondary playmaker and not the primary point guard. The second, basically, we'll be running Dallas's offense with Jalen Brunson in the Luka role and Emmanuel Quickly in the Jalen Brunson role. Right? So we'll be running, because they ran the Spanish pick and roll yesterday in the Summer League game. They ran Dallas's offense some in that game when you got the two athletic bigs, two athletic bigs on the floor. Remember, they run it with a dude named Maxi Kiba. I keep wanting to call him the dude that baked cookies. Is there a dude that baked cookies? Is there such thing as a
Keebler
elves, man?
But my mind is gone. My mind is gone, man.
Yo, guys, I gotta run. I gotta be out. But I'll just say this: Jalen Brunson's gonna win MVP of the league. I'm out. Later.
Boy, Screaming trolling hard tonight, boy.
Wait a minute, what did he just say?
Yeah. I ain't following that up, bro. I ain't following that up. Hey, shout out to Spree.
Man. I didn't know he had that in it, man. I didn't know he had that in it. But it's good for me. I think the most improved player on this team this season, man. I got to go with Mr. Oh Canada.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be RJ, man.
Most improved.
I think it's gonna be RJ, man. My gut. I gotta go with my gut. My gut keeps screaming RJ at me, man. I've been thinking about this thing for a few days. I said next time I come on here, I said I'm gonna ask that question, see what everybody think. But I'm gonna tell you why I feel like that. I think RJ finally having a point guard, man, and that starting lineup is gonna take a lot of pressure off of him. It's gonna take a lot of pressure off of him, and I just see where he's just going. And he's gonna have. I'm predicting he's gonna have a mid-range game this year.
Okay.
And his free throws, I think he's gonna hit about 75% on the season. And you know, if anybody been following me about RJ, they know I've been on his head about them free throws, man. You got to hit your free throws. I think he's gonna hit 75. And if he hits 75 this year, I'll be happy with that.
If you let RJ tell it, he said he gonna hit. If you let RJ tell it, he said he gonna hit 85. He just like that type of dude.
If he hit 85,
go for it.
Freezer, if he hit 85, the Knicks going to the playoffs. If he hits 85% of his free throws, the Knicks will go to the playoffs because we know the guy live at the free throw line. He lives at the free throw line.
Yep.
If he does that and be more efficient, man, I have to be with you on that, Ron.
It's over, man, and that's why I keep saying Brunson being here, Julius Randle, you know he gonna do his thing. Brunson gonna command attention. Teams in the East ain't had to face Brunson like that, so now you got a whole different dynamic. You facing a player on a whole different team. Man, this team gonna be playing inspired basketball. They embarrassed from last season. Man, I just see great things for RJ in particular, and RJ ain't signed that contract yet. My gut instinct, I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. But I'm thinking RJ gonna wait till next season to sign. I think they're gonna have the conversation. RJ gonna be like, "Hey, let's just wait till the end of the season." I think he's gonna bet on himself. Because health ain't a problem with RJ. It has never been.
My only thing though is the closer you let people get to the door, the more likely they are to open it.
Yeah. You don't want to let him get to free agency. That's what Dallas.
Yeah.
They need to go ahead and lock him up.
Yeah, man. The closer you let people get to that door, bro, the more likely they are to open it, bro. And that's my only concern. It took you 20 years to get an RJ Barrett, and you gonna let him get close to the door?
I wouldn't let him get there. If I'm the Knicks, I'm going to try to give him a contract this season. Only way I don't give him a contract if he's saying, "Hey, I'm gonna wait till next season." I want to make sure you give me that max.
Hey, LaFleur, let me ask you this. Because I'm going to run in here and use the bathroom right quick, and I'll be right back. But I just want to ask LaFleur this. What's your expectation now that you've seen what the roster is the roster is about 90% done or 95% done. What's your expectation for what the Knicks are going to do this year? I'll be right back, yo.
Ooh. Well, I'm kind of expecting them to I will say it's not far-fetched to say play in. I don't know if I'm so forth as saying for sure playoff unless it's like the 8th spot and they secure it. But I do believe we're right at that cusp of play-in and possible playoff. And then that's what I think that we'll possibly be at. I think people are going to underestimate Brunson's ability, man, with the ball more in his hands to be able to create opportunities for and find his teammates more. You'll see his assists go up as well. But long as individuals, man, the team is coming together, they're playing defense, and that's what my concern is in the backcourt, man, with having Brunson and Fournier start. I think you're gonna either have to go with Grimes starting at the shooting guard position or Cam Reddish starting at the small forward, and you bring RJ to the 2, which is what I would like to see. But that's my expectations. Ryan, what you think?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. And that lineup, what you're talking about, that's what I want to see for obvious reasons. To me, you don't give up what you gave up to get Cam, and you don't give this guy the ample opportunity to find out if he's gonna be the sink or swim guy. Let that guy be the 3. Put RJ at the 2, and that way you can have Evan Fournier if he stays on this team. I think he's better suited in that bench role because you still need scoring in that second unit. Him and Quickly in the second unit would be scary. That would be scary.
You think they trade D Rose or you think they keep him, Ron?
They need to trade D Rose.
I would like to see him go to a contender.
And
man.
the reason why you trade him, and the reason why I'm trading him, man, them young guys, D Rose on this team is gonna cut in them guys' minutes, man. And the Knicks ain't nowhere near a championship.
Right.
I would like to see D Rose get a ring. If this was 4 or 5 years ago, would be no question. I'd be like, hey man, we playing D Rose. I ain't even thinking about getting rid of him. But this far in his career, it's time, man. It's time. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, you know what I would do for D Rose? I would trade him back to Chicago. Because I think had Chicago not had all them injuries they suffered, they would have done some damage in the playoffs. And I heard people knocking DeRozan, man, but DeRozan was on a tear.
He was balling.
On a tear. That man broke Michael Jordan records for 30-point games in a row, consecutive. He was on fire. It wasn't until all them injuries hit Chicago that Chicago started having problems. I would trade D Rose back to Chicago, man. I would trade him back to Chicago. But D Rose got to go. And especially after when I saw them move Taj, I said, that's one domino. So now they need to go ahead and move D Rose, man, because as long as D Rose on this roster, your McBrides, Quickly, the time he's gonna eat in them guys' time. And even these other guys that if Trevor Keels can do something, show something, Freezy boy, or even the Montero kid, who knows? Either way it goes, D Rose on this roster going to cut into somebody's time. Period. We know that.
Right.
Tom is going to play him.
Right.
Tom is going to play him when all else fails.
And that's why I think Feron Hunt, man, is showing so much hunger, because I really think he is hungry, man, to try to make a roster spot. And I think if Eugene Montero, I think you need to be pulling for Hunt to make a roster spot to open up that other G League spot and stuff, and that way they can continue to develop. Because this guy, because to be honest with you, Montero, I think at this point, I think it's like a showcase with him, man, just to make sure he has an opportunity for some team, even if it's not with the Knicks. If it's something, because these individuals still got Rokas. What they gonna do with him?
I don't think that guy is gonna ever come here.
I think they trade him. I think they put him in a trade package.
You talking about Rokas?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna ever wear a Knicks uniform.
Nope.
Another wasted pick.
Yep.
Of a player from overseas.
When we could have took Herb Jones.
That never came here. You know what I mean?
I feel you, Freezy.
But even if you don't send Derrick Rose to Chicago, and the reason why I say Chicago because how old is Derrick Rose? He's 30 what?
About 30. He about 32, right?
Seems like
Is he
he's older than
32?
that.
33? I think he's somewhere around there. 33, 32, 33.
Well, I want to say he's just as old as Melo and them guys.
Right.
Seems like he's about the age anyway.
I don't know if he quite Melo age. He might. Maybe I'm off.
No, he's not the age. He's younger enough.
But I would try or send him to a contender, man. Send him to what team
Milwaukee.
could Melo fit good on? I would send him to a contender. Matter of fact, you could send him to Dallas. Trade Melo to Dallas. Matter of fact, ain't they was worried about they wanted to sign and trade because they're trying to get around this tampering thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of garbage to me anyway. Because tampering, how you gonna prove tampering? You can't prove that.
Right.
You can have your suspicions all day unless you got concrete evidence. The stuff they're talking about is foolish. That's just sour grapes. They're crying because they lost their man.
And I don't think Dallas is going to do anything, bro. Because a thing came out today where Mark Cuban basically wished Jalen Brunson the best.
Yep.
Like, hey, man, listen. Hey, congratulations on your contract, bro. You know, we wish you the best.
Yeah.
So
Jason Kidd too.
Yeah, I think they're gonna drop it, bro.
Okay, so my man said, Shot Legacy said, D-Rose 34.
Okay, he's 34.
With all them surgeries he done had, I would get him to a contender.
He's 54.
I would get him to a contender. Do right by him because we ain't going nowhere no time soon, man. But
I would like
fellas,
to see
man,
that happen.
I got an early morning, man. Anthony, hey man, good to see you.
Ron, yes,
You know what I mean? Jarvis, hey man,
Yes,
good
sir.
to see you, boy. It's been a minute. Freely.
I know.
Appreciate you, man. Keep doing the good work. And to the worldwide chat, man, and Knicks family, man. Hey, much love to y'all, man. Keep putting them takes in there. You know what I mean? Y'all know what's up, man. This is the Knicks or nothing else. And ain't even up for discussion, man. It's all about the Knicks. And we know it one day we gonna get that band up in that ceiling, man. We ain't far off. You know what I mean? Just a few more moves, man.
Right.
We just gotta keep being patient, man, and let's support this team, man. All that stuff from last year, man, let that thing go. Let that go, man. It ain't gonna do nothing but have you on blood pressure pills. You know what I mean?
That's about it.
So hey, y'all have a good one, man.
All right, boss. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
All right, Ron.
Sarge, what's good, man?
Man. Well, I saw the highlights from yesterday, so I'm feeling good because those highlights look good, man. Those kids look good.
Yeah, man.
I like what I saw.
Yeah, man. Hey, your Yankees look like they headed for a butt cutting in the World Series.
I know, but then the national televised game today, of course, they let the Red Sox off the hook. But we're still looking good, though.
Y'all can't beat the
Yankees.
Y'all can't beat the Red Sox, man, for some reason. For some reason, man, y'all just.
No, question 2 came straight, and then today we're up 6-3 in 10th inning, and we're 5-3, and they let them do a walk-off. I knew it too, man. I saw this Yankee fan this morning. Yankee fan in LA with a Dodgers fan, and we're all talking, and we're like, oh, yeah, national TV tonight, Fox. And we all and I go, please don't choke.
And well, it's the Yankees, bro. You know what they're gonna do.
Oh man,
I think I'm gonna be out of place on this one, man. I'm probably the only Braves fan.
Man, but they're hot right now, right? Braves are hot.
Yeah,
but I think the Mets are ahead of us right now, man, in the division. But it's all good.
Of course,
shout out to the Mets.
Of course, the Mets are ahead of the Braves, and
that's why I didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Shout out to the Mets, man.
Yeah, I'll give the Mets props. I mean, I want a Subway Series. That's what I want. I want a Subway Series, man.
Yeah, man.
I would like New York City up.
Yeah, man. I would I would welcome that too. But the only thing about it is the Mets go to the World Series once about every 15 years. So we not due for another 8 years.
They might surprise you though, Freezy. It might happen sooner than what you think.
We'll choke in September, bro. We'll choke in September, and the Braves will catch us.
Man, don't feel bad, Freezy. Look at what happened the last few years before the Braves won it last year.
Yeah.
Up ahead, up in the series, and then the other team come back, lose, and beat us. How you think I felt?
Yeah, man.
Like, we didn't choke again.
Yep. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I'm excited about the Mets, but I'm more excited about the Knicks, man, right now.
I hear you. I hear that.
I'm way more excited about the Knicks right now.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, let me pose this conversation to you because in the Knicks morning drive, which will be on in about 7 hours,
right?
I'm gonna talk about Carmelo Anthony or bust.
Oh.
Do you guys want Carmelo Anthony?
Oh boy,
I'm jumping on, man, because I got to think about it for 1 millisecond. No. No. I want Carmelo like I want Taj back right now, and I want Burks back, and I don't want any of them back right now. No.
What?
Let my youth run. I mean, again, because of the coach. You know what? If we had a different coach, I would take him back. Any other coach, I would take him back.
I'll say this: if they bring Melo in, I'm a roll with it. But if anybody, I would prefer them to bring in, man, it'd be somebody like an OG Anunoby.
Right.
That's too much, bro.
It's a lot, though.
That's too much, because if you bring in OG Anunoby, that means Feron Hunt ain't gonna play. That means Cam Reddish ain't gonna play. That means Evan Fournier
I believe that means he probably done got traded because he would be in that deal.
They may put Cam in the deal. Fournier and Cam probably.
That's what I think. I think there would still be room for Hunt.
Right.
Because the only thing is, because I want them to give Cam a chance. Believe me, I really do. It's just he's just being trade talk so much. I just don't know what they're gonna do with Cam. I would rather them give him a chance.
Yep.
I would. Hey, Sarge, every time I hear stuff like that, man, I be thinking about Richard Nixon. You remember Give Peace a Chance?
Oh, yeah.
Give Peace a chance. Give Peace a chance. Give Peace a chance.
Man.
That's how I be thinking about the Nixon era. But anyway, shout out to the old heads, wherever y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the old heads, man. Give Peace a chance. But listen, man, the thing with Cam and Obi and Hunt and all these guys, man, they have to take the chances that they get and prove to everybody that they are quality NBA players. Right? You can't just get minutes and then that's gonna just equate to you being a star. Because at this point, we are not concerned with stardom, bro. The Knicks fan base wants to win.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You want to win, man. I mean, it ain't even about all that stuff no more. The only reason why we wanted to start in the first place was so that we could win.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? And so, man, listen, I know sometimes I stat y'all to death. They be like, oh, there you go. You ready to share the screen. Uncle Freezy about to put something on the screen. He about to share.
Sound good, Freezy.
He about to show somebody stats. But, bro, it's only because we want to win, man. That's all.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know,
I agree.
We want to win, man. You know, and I know it sounds crazy. Like Uncle Freeze be talking, man. He always be talking, man. I want to win, man. Can we win? Can we win, man? We talking about winning, y'all.
Exactly.
We want to start winning, man. At some point. Hey, Joe Gonzalez, when we gonna start winning, bro? Joe Gonzalez. Hey, heck, Yankees Morning Brew. When we gonna start winning, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it sounds simple, it sounds basic, right? People are like, yo, but Uncle Freeze, you gotta be patient. No, I ain't gotta be nothing. I want to win, man. Yo, ask a Yankees fan what it's like to finish in third place.
Oh.
They don't care. A winning record ain't nothing. They want championships, man.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, ask a Braves fan what it's like to be good for 30 years and only have 2 World Series.
Man, you talking to one right here. I was not happy with that, man.
You talking about being thirsty, man. Man, we want to win, bro. We want to win.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, y'all. I gotta wrap up so I can get some sleep and do some post-production. I gotta do post-production after this. I gotta do some animations and stuff, some Carmelo Anthony stuff for the Knicks Morning Drive. And I appreciate y'all. Sarge.
Yes,
Sarge.
Sir.
Hey, when me and you gonna do something together?
Man, soon, man. Let me know. Let me know. We gotta, connect up.
Okay.
I'm in Cali, right? So, my
I do.
schedule is always shifted. Like I'll be up at actually 5 a.m. our time, but that's 6 hours from now. So I got time to help the wife with her. She has a farmers market every Sunday with vegan stuff.
Right.
Stuff with those vegan desserts.
Oh, I gotta get a PO box.
Yeah, but so I gotta get you some of the vegan stuff. Actually, she got vegan ice cream today. She was selling like crazy, man. She's getting too popular, so she's trying to get to Whole Foods soon. Okay. So, but we're fighting over one thing though. I mean, it's her company, but they gotta with Whole Foods. They want the price point to be low, so they gotta change the formula so it can be mass produced with a co-packer, and that means gonna change the ingredients. And I'm like, man, I say keep it premium, keep all the organic and stuff, and don't go for any compromise. And you just gotta charge more money. I mean, that's right. That's a fact. People vegans are used to paying more. Exactly.
Anyway,
man, I'm in Studio City, so we walk around and no matter what price you put on our stuff, they go, okay, no, they don't think twice.
Especially if we can buy it online and have it shipped to us.
Exactly. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but get a PO box because I gotta ship you some side. Like I said, every Monday morning, if there's any inventory left over, my sister calls me up and said, "Hey, what you got left? Ship it to me." And I'm shipping to Florida. She's in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. Or my brother's in New York sometimes when he's flying around. Right. Grandmaster in chess, right? He's a first black grandmaster. Yeah. So when you talk about chess, my brother's, right now he's in Paris with my dad. They're running around town. And my baby sister in China.
The lavish lifestyle.
They live the life, man. But they always they send her pictures of them in Paris, and my sister in Shanghai. She's a world champion boxer. She's she won 4 Golden Gloves and 3 world championships in boxing.
Wow. Okay.
Teaching boxing in China for the Women's Olympics coming up. So,
speaking of which, my son's girlfriend is in Eugene, Oregon right now, or headed to Eugene, Oregon. She's in the national championships. Some kind of 220 or some kind of 110, 220, whatever.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So she doing some kind of Olympic thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Check and feel something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Run fast, throw stuff real far, jump real high. Something she doing.
One day I'm back and stuff. I want to jump in and tell you about my experience against a world champion Olympian once. I thought I could swim, and one day there's a little race going with some cat in the pool at college, and I was like, man, I was blowing everybody away. I'll tell you one day about the story because we did 200 meters. Right. I normally win by seconds. I was beating people by 2 seconds ahead of them, and this one guy got out of the pool at the end of the pool. Basically he had finished the race, but he was a world champion Olympics swimmer, and I didn't realize who he was. I thought I was ahead of him. But he was so far ahead of all of us.
That he got out of the pool and dried off by the time he hit the wall. He's out there smoking a cigarette.
And I'm like, why did that guy quit? I thought he quit after 2 laps.
Right.
Oh, he's finished. I'm like,
no, he finished already.
Anyway, we're talking about something like that one of these days.
Well,
I gotta let you guys go.
Hey, you know what? We'll book that. We'll make sure we talk about that one of these days when you get some time.
Okay, sir. Definitely.
But all right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Knicks Morning Drive at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. So
Knicks Morning Drive at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's 6 a.m. my time, but I'll be up at 5, so I'll be jumping on.
Okay. All right, y'all. Hey, thank you everybody for coming through and hanging out. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good, peaceful night. I'll see y'all in about 6 hours, 7 hours.
Try to get you some rest.